This has been one hell of an experience. Have a look at that. Changing the car. Into the little bush. You can see inside. Yeah, guys, let's visit. Picking up his ticket, randomly just come up. Yeah, we're getting his ticket to go back to Tokyo for the night in the hotel. We'll be editing all this as possible. Do try turning the chins up. We're doing that last Monday.
I'm with a cold sweat.
Hot sweat, mate.
You said this were going home with you.
600 quid, wasn't it?
Oh, I'm up. Hey, up. Did you hear that?
No.
You said 600. We're having that as a first time thing.
20 seconds.
Right, if I bid again, are you going to bid any more?
He's
got that poker face on his head.
10, 9,
Well done, mate.
Well done.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
But then, do you not get? If you get a swipe, do you not? Does it not start to build up down? I had to do it.
To beat everything I've ever built on a slope, mate. I forgot everything.
Good evening. You just sneaked in the back door there, then, didn't you? Just in time. Good evening.
Unless you ran in the door and I went, I'm not going to get told off tonight.
No, I seen you drop in and I was like, "Ooh, that was just as the credits started to roll, so to speak." Good evening, all. Welcome to this week's GKP Thursday Night Live. How's it going, mate? Have you? What the hell have you been doing this week? How did you end up getting that picture?
I've been doing everything this week, as I do. But yeah, we had Dave and Tony down, which was pretty much hilarious for the whole day. But yeah.
Is that the visited by the older folks?
It was. The elderly turned up.
The elderly. That went down well with Dave and Anthony, I bet.
Yeah,
how's your week been? Good?
Yeah. It's just doing a bit of this, doing a bit of that. And yeah, got some of the fish. She was underneath the table. Yeah, we got some of the fish out in the polytunnel. And yeah, I was pleased.
Are you ready?
It's funny though that like you can fish for 6 months and you start netting the pond and it's like, where the bloody hell was that fish? Because
Yeah, mate,
that
that's
is
what I was saying.
first time I've seen that one.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
You see, something that literally has changed its appearance from the fish you think it was to what it is and what it's become now. When you think, my God, look how that's blossomed. It generally does make a massive. There we go. Feck you. Dave and I are very young at heart. That's the thing, mate. That's the one. You want to remember.
Oh, yeah, actually, outside.
Matt's literally going to get a telling off live. Peter's Puddle Koi and Goldfish says, evening, guys. Thanks for the airline trick earlier. No problem, mate. It's pretty simple and easy to do, bud. If anybody's wondering what I'm on about, it's the latest shot that I've just dropped. Apparently, Peter is on with doing exactly that same task and we're wondering how to go about it. Well, now you know, mate. Nice and simple, easy. If you need any tips, give us a call anytime, mate. Dave and Tony are hilarious together, Susan says.
They were, yeah, definitely.
Did they come down to visit you down at shop and everything then, or did you go somewhere else?
No, they just come down here to spend the day with me.
That's the new polytunnels then?
Yeah, that's all down the bottom here.
Yeah.
So that was the fish that we brought back in March and been growing on over the summer months.
Sweet.
And I don't want to get rid of some of them, but needs must. Need to make some space.
That would be a topic, really, mate, wouldn't it? So, I mean, now, as I said the other week, most, if not all, if not the vast majority, are now getting ready and gearing up for the autumn harvest, which I don't believe you're going over, are you, for the autumn harvest, right?
No, I won't.
No.
I have to go back in February.
So your plans are to go back in the colder winter months again and brave the Arctic conditions of Japan.
It wasn't cold though, is it? It's really weird.
Well, that was the weird thing, Matt. The amount of snow you would have thought it would have been, but it wasn't cold at all.
No.
I certainly couldn't have walked around over here at home if there was that much snow over here in just a hoodie and a body warmer.
Yeah.
Not a chance. But
I remember
over there, you really didn't feel the cold. I mean, I know it's obviously because you're going in and out of warm koi houses and you know, you're in there, it's nice and warm. But even while you were out for some period of time or, you know, stood around waiting for breeders to come to their establishment so that you could go in, I wasn't cold once, not throughout, well, never. I didn't really feel it at all. But the weather was definitely, quite extreme at times.
Yeah, it was. But it's weird, the weather, though. And even at nights, like when we were walking back from the pub or whatever, and like on one of the evenings, it must have taken us a good half an hour to get back. And it wasn't cold, you know, and I was just walking back with a shirt on.
Yeah.
But
Crazy, isn't it?
You got lashes of snow everywhere.
Yeah. But I suppose you also had a beard coat on as well, didn't you? So feeling slightly warm anyway.
Well, a rum coat.
A rum coat. Well, I have had a quick natter with Rick just the once throughout this week. And he has been having a bit of a decent fishing session while he's been out there. And he dropped us this little picture, which I'm going to share with you because this is one hell of a fish. I'd sent him a link so that he could go live from the riverbank, but no reply yet. But look at that for a fish, man. That's one heck of a carp, is that? It's a big old fish, but the angler's trick there where you hold it out in front of you so it looks bigger than what it actually is. But that's a decent size, isn't it?
The shoulders on that.
I know. That's mad. I think he said, if memory serves, 41 pounds. So, yeah. 41 pound leather carp, I think.
We have to do that one evening. The appreciation, rather than being a koi, is a fish appreciation of what people got in the ponds.
Yeah. What else have you got in your pond appreciation? Because there's
Yeah.
a lot of other people that do keep. There's a lot of people that keep mirror carp with the koi. There's a lot of people that keep golden off and a few other tench and stuff like that, isn't there? So yeah, I think that's definitely a good one. But what we have got the koi appreciation coming up this evening, which is going to be for the Shura Sura next week. So we can get it in now at the beginning, nice and early, then that way, hopefully. But I will bring it up again at the end. I was thinking about doing koi appreciation next week as to any tosai which you purchase from Howie Koi Dorset, exclusively koi, Rick's New Forest Koi, Perfect Aquatics. And we're going to do those four. But if you have any from anywhere else that you would like to share as well, then that's not a problem at all. Feel free to do so. But we're going to say, let's have a look at some of the online purchases that you've made via, whether it be a WhatsApp group, whether it be, online auction from exclusively koi or Perfect Aquatics, or an auction that, Matt or Rick might have done on their groups or in their groups, or you've purchased them online off their website. Because I want to see what some of the fish look like when you first got them, and then see what some of these fish look like that. Not so much I've been a part of. And it'd be nice to see some of these fish that people have purchased and bought and see how they look now 12 months on. So that's what we're going to go for. So there ain't going to be a variety. We just want to have a look at your online purchases that you've bought last year to this year, or if you bought any at the beginning of this year and you want to turn around and say what, if you've got some good growth on it and you want to share that one, feel free to do so. I just think it'd be nice for people like Crafty, for Matt, for Rick, for myself included, to see some of these fish that we've said, it'd be nice to see what that fish looks like and what it'll do. So I think we'll go with that type of fish and just have a little touch on that category of the online purchases that you've made and how well those fish have blossomed or failed, whichever it may be. Let's just have a look at them. Good evening.
Good evening.
Are you well?
I just thought I'd pop on and throw me out in the ring, mate. Well, bring it along.
Yeah. How did the actually? How did the evening's auction go? Well,
It's all right.
slow burner, not too bad. I didn't get to see it all, mate. So
It was all right. We had one customer that done a grand, like on about 1 million fish. Right, so it was hard work, mate. Yeah.
It's difficult, isn't it, mate? Because you get that first fish, which always, no matter who it is, seems to take a long time to get into the swing of it and go,
I'm not moaning, mate. It's we got I don't know how many we didn't.
Did you do
12.
all 40? Well, you said 40, yeah, didn't you? No.
I've just done loads, so I can just run with it without having to worry about it week on, week out, like sort of thing.
I know this gentleman tell you 1908 made a purchase.
I did, yeah. Thank you.
Come on.
Yeah, there's a lot of people asking about fish at the minute.
Yeah, we were just saying then, like the practices of what are you making any purchases? Are you going to be bringing any stuff in for the auction harvest, or are you kind of banking on what you've got left over to carry you through and then go over again for?
It all depends what's there, Gaz, because this is now the time when the purchase, like for me, like any hobbyist, mate, it's like this is now my shopping session. So, it's the make or break of what you do. Last year, I bought a huge amount of Nissan. We haven't got loads left. We've got a few left. Some of the ones I thought would move a lot quicker than others didn't move at all, actually. I've got some banging Ginrin Asagi, some excellent Ginrin Asagi. Don't move, but I think that's something for me to think about in store.
That's
because
surprising though, because the Sagis are a popular seller, aren't they? You'd think a Ginrin one would be even more so. I mean, I could understand it if it was a Shisui that are a little bit more
niche.
Yeah. But I mean, to see him with the Ginrin on like Rick's done, that seems to give him that bit more, what makes him more appealing to somebody like me, because I'm not really a fan of them. I mean, they've got to be minimal Benny on them for me on a Shisui, but
I see. I like them to have a lot of Benny.
you like the opposite, don't you? I like that. I like to see that nice sky blue on them and see that a little bit more.
But yeah, so it all depends what comes out, mate. Last year, the growing season for this side was absolutely fantastic, mate. So, you know, it's I can imagine this year's been quite the same because they've had quite a hot season again.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping. That's going to be some. Well, obviously, I mean, you've got some stuff out there, haven't you? That's going to be harvested.
14, yeah, we've got 14.
Yeah. So it'd be nice to see what comes of them. It's not be nice to see what stuff develop that you know
what
have been left out. Yeah. Or what doesn't? Yeah, I mean, that's the thing in it. There's no dead cert. There's no written, carving in stone, is it? That it will be, or even make it through. Sometimes, I mean, Mr. Admiral's had a fair few, hasn't he? I think he's had two, hasn't he? Where his fish just hasn't been there when they've pulled the pond.
Yeah, well, yeah, couple that way, mate, and then some that haven't developed how they should, and then some that have turned out better than expected. So
yeah,
we'll see.
One of them things, isn't it? It's I bet it's exciting, but I bet it also it's a little bit daunting, a little bit.
It's very daunting, Gaz, and you'll see it, mate. Right, so no doubt you've gone through closing ponds, disinfecting ponds down and stuff now ready.
Yeah, mate.
You know, it's people think that the close season is a quiet season, right? and it's actually where we get
all the quiet periods too. So
yeah, it's where now you do all your planning, right? So you know, not only that, but you've got to look at what money you got to play with, what your next investments are, what your next moves are, and if you get it wrong, well, there's no next year, mate. That's the thing that people don't think about.
Yeah. God, a little bit of a statement there. Gaz, you could enter your Goshki Sanke to show us how it's come on. I can't because I didn't make it in an online purchase. That's the idea. But it hasn't come on. It's dropped off. It's not fully gone. There's a piece in the middle of its back, dead center, where it's got a big red splodge about that big, and that's it. And I'm guessing the rest of it will drop off, but it hasn't fully gone.
It might not. It might not.
It might not. It's just going to look like that one. It's just going to look wank if it does. If it stays looking like that, but it is what it is. That's koi, isn't it? That's the. To be fair, right? There's a lot of people that might turn around and think that's a bad thing, but really isn't, because it's not just a Goshki Sanke that can do it. I mean, a Kahaku can do it. Any fish can do it. But that particular line is not a well-established breed of fish or bloodline.
No, it is.
It's it's something that's been done before, but this particular
over 20 years he's been doing it. But mate, right? It's again Dainichi, Sakai, NND. You know, let's go through them. Terrazzo. All Kahaku, any fish with Benny in it, it's got a risk of it falling off.
Yeah,
simple as that.
I mean,
it don't matter where it comes from.
A most expensive type of variety, which would be a Tancho Kahaku, and literally loses its spot within a matter of months of having it or owning it. But it happens.
I've got one that's 3-year-old in the shop, Gaz. That's literally this year. The Benny's just started to fall off a little bit of it through the centre. So he just makes that fish so invaluable now.
Yeah,
because it looks damaged. It's not, but that's the problem with them, you know. So you take a punt, don't you?
It's livestock, isn't it? It's what happens. They can progress and look fantastic. But I mean, I will say one thing: it did look exceptionally good right before all the colour dropped off. It looked absolutely banging because I was saying to Ryan, "Oh man, you ought to see this." Took a picture of it, took a video of it, and took it in. I said, "Look at that now! Look at Sumi. It's come up on that. The Benny's vibrant as hell. The Sumi looks really good. It looks proper nice. Just want to get some size on it." And then a couple of weeks later, all it started going on the head.
It does, mate, all of a sudden, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it was rapid as well, though. But it slowed down. It was like the first over 2 weeks, the bulk of the pattern dropped off. But now it's slowed down and it's not changed much in the last month. But I would say it's still receding somewhat. But one of them things, isn't it? Now there's the question there, look. What do you think the next big craze koi fish will be next year in 2026? My opinion, Aragoke. I mean, Aragoke will be a big one again.
I think that's done its craze, mate. I don't, there's not a lot of hype at the minute with regards to what's been successful in the breeds.
What I don't think. Do you think we're going to get? I don't think we'll get another hype with like the yellow monkey sort of thing.
Absolutely, every year there'll be a hype. Yeah. The Japanese are great. They're the ones that kick the hype off. And Ricky Stoddart's really good at kicking a hype off as well.
Well, then in theory, then it should be showa.
Never will.
I don't think you'll ever get a hype with one of the day-to-day koi.
The top three.
Well, yeah, just even like the Asagis and stuff like that, you won't get it. It's going to be something special, different, new.
Getting Garomo, Susan reckons.
Yeah, and that's a good shout. You spoke about it the other night, Craft.
Well, there was a lot of Garomo coming over this year, wasn't there? There was a lot of them present over there when we were there.
Oh, mate, that was the number one fish over there. That was the oddball, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And they're really slow burners. They've only really just started to develop for us. They're really starting to show their worth now. So, again, it's the Sumi development, isn't it? Keep your waters at the temperatures you need to develop the Sumi in them, and they're just starting to come. So it's another one of them. No doubt they'll move at the end of the season, because it's not the end of the season yet. So end of the season's end of October, isn't it?
It's a pretty slow growing fish, isn't it? The Guamo.
Really slow.
Yeah, anything in the polytunnel here, I think the biggest is about 32 cm. When you've got other comparisons at 45, 46.
Out of the same kind of growing pond that you've had overstock in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Running with them. So the Guamos are being kicked behind each time. And basically you're having to take the bigger fish out to let the Guamos come on again. And they're just not. They're just ticking over, growing a little bit, where the other ones just go boom. And you can almost... weekly see a growth spurt on the fish, but the Guamos don't. They just tick on. The coloration changes on them weekly, but they don't grow.
Slow burners.
Slow burners, yeah. Lisa Leach has said, have you heard how bad KHV is now in the UK? No.
I thought it was an all-time low, actually.
Obviously not that bad. If 3 of us working in the industry have not heard all about it.
I've had no alerts from anyone to say that there's a massive outbreak.
It's not notifiable anymore, is it? I think Rick was saying a couple months ago.
They don't, not as bad as they used to. I mean, KHV's always been in the UK, right? Especially around the fisheries as well. It's always knocking about somewhere, but that's commercialised. That's not with koi. So KHV around koi is really well controlled.
Looking on here.
Very well, mate. Thank you, Paul. Hope you're good.
There's been no confirmed cases since July.
And where was that? Was that Bedford?
This is all fishing lakes. There's nobody.
There you go. Yeah, that's all. I only ever hear of fishing lakes.
Yeah.
And if you have a look on the Japanese websites, NND do a KHV report, and there's nothing on there for a year and a half. So
Sorry, there was a couple in there, one in September and a couple in August. But again, it's all
Fishing
fisheries.
lakes. Yeah.
Oh. Manic Miner says, been looking for a nice Nisai Yamabuki for months. Don't see many. There you go. Matt, you got any?
3 of them.
There you go. There you go. You
Ain't
got
looking hard enough.
two places you can pick from now, mate. But I can tell you this as well, and pretty much guarantee that Rick from New Forest Koi will have some as well. But I can guarantee you we haven't got one.
Has he got yummies?
Yeah, the ones he got off me, which I don't know if he's releasing them or keeping them from booth stock.
Oh, so he's going to use them for broken.
Ones I've got here are now 41 cm, and back in April they were 16 cm. Satsumi.
Dave Stillman says has 2 grow more. One is 27 cm and one is 30. That's one fish I did want, and I did put in over a week. I did post 2 fish that I were interested in purchasing and buying.
Who did you?
Yeah.
Well, let's have a look then.
Well, they're gone.
See, you fall straight into it, don't you? Oh, I'll leave it a while.
I did, mate. I did. And I was like, son of a bitch. I don't even know if I've still got them on my PC. I don't think I have. But anyway, they're now gracing somebody else's pond. So sold. So there was a nice Kindai showa and a nice Ginrin Asagi. And I was too slow off the mark. Gone. Sold. Well, at least that means somebody else has got a nice one. And at least that means that I can pick from some even better ones when they come in.
Yeah, you need to wait for the new stock, Cass.
Well, that's what I was advised as well. So we're going to have a look and see what comes in. But the fact is, unlucky for Ryan is because when it does come in, it's getting thrown in my pet pond and it's going to get chucked shitloads of sake yakari at it and growing it even bigger while it's there. Because it'll be too cold to come home to my pond. So I get to keep it a little bit and sneak it in with the grown fish. That's the idea.
Are you going out to Japan this year?
Not for the autumn, mate, no.
No, okay.
We just
Casual.
had a 30 grand.
No, mate. I was guys, I was the guilty party. Which one did you get, Mark? Did you get the Ginrin Asagi? Well, I will say I'm rather happy about that. Then, Mark, nice one. I'll now, if it's gone to you, I'm pleased with that. That'll be good because it'll end up being a clunker of a fish and grow nice and big in your pond. Am I going to Japan again this year?
Or next year, beginning?
Not that I know of, no. And not that I can have fund myself, no. It's too. I've got too much going on, too much layout in the house at present to be even thinking about doing all that. But I mean, work-wise, I don't know. Don't think so. But it'd be. We were talking about it today. Ryan was on about it saying, I've got this to do, I've got that to do, I've got this to do. I said, fuck that, man. My bags would have already been packed. It'd have been packed there, sat there, ready and waiting for like a month beforehand. And I'd be going, come on, we're going.
Yeah, but when you go like 50 times a year, mate, it's that novelty wears off.
Yeah, I suppose it would do, mate. I suppose to an element it would. But I know after seeing Kev, and seeing Ryan, watching the stuff coming back end of last year through to Christmas, through after Christmas to beginning of last year, watching their faces equally as excited about seeing the stock coming in as what I was, you know that passion and that enthusiasm doesn't die off with perhaps maybe having to go over there and travel there all the time. So
it's a hell of a journey, isn't it?
That's the worst bit, mate. It really is. I mean, that is one fucking slog and a half, isn't it? When you sat there on that plane for 14 hours, it feels like it goes on forever. Yes, I'm 100% feed it for free. Well, yeah, 100% feed it for free. If I'm honest. Have a Ginrin Saragoy, Rob, Susan says. They seem to be slow growing. I think all Ginrin tends to be a bit slower, doesn't it? In comparison to non-Ginrin. And like you're saying there with the Gromos being slower.
I think you have to look at bloodlines, mate. Don't you? You throw Yamabuki bloodline into the Ginrin.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
grow like
that's grown in my pond, and to be fair, mine's not eaten, and I was surprised with the results that I actually got from that. I mean, all right, yeah, it's not as massive as what Colin got, but I mean, it didn't cost me nowhere near as what it cost Colin to get his fish to his size.
Absolutely, that's true. Yeah.
I think there's a lot to it to actually to do and to be a part of doing it all and growing them all and what have you. If you were to take into consideration just how much it's actually cost to get that fish to that size, it'd have been cheaper to buy one that size.
Yeah, but then you lose all the fun, don't you?
Yeah, no, that's it, mate. There's a lot of people do it purely for that pleasure of it, isn't it? Just for that challenge of it, and to see if they can keep that fish. I mean, let's face it, the vibrancy of Colin's Yamabuki last week, that were bright, wasn't it? The colour on that was absolutely bang on. And the body and the shape to it were mint, wasn't it? Scalation, perfect. It's part of the pleasure and the pastime and the hobby, isn't it, of being a koi enthusiast and keeping them.
But you're just looking. That's got to be a little market bit for you there, because it doesn't look like Colin's got a shoe on.
He's on holiday, mate.
Ah.
Otherwise, he would have done it.
Question.
He's got three really nice ones.
What's the difference between a sanke and a showa, and how to tell them apart? I'm struggling at the minute with my limited knowledge. Okay, mate. Well, let's see if we can break this down and make it simple for you from the very beginning. First of all, a showa is born as a black fry. So it's a black-based pattern with a red and white overlay. Whereas a sanke is a white fish with a red and black pattern overlay. Normally, that's the first way that you would tell. The second way of telling is a showa will have, now then, Motoguru in its pectorals, where a sanke will have what's called tajeme, which is individual strand type lines throughout the pectoral, whereas the showa, which has the Motoguru, is more of a fan effect from the knuckle of the actual front leading pecs. Let's see if we can bring up a quick.
So, one I always do, and it's not always the case, but in most cases it is. If you've got the sumi or the black on the head, it's going to be a showa. In most cases.
Yeah, but that's not always necessarily the case, is it? Because a sanke can have black on the head, which then sometimes makes it more difficult to know the difference. Right, let's see if we can make that as a big picture. Oh,
Here's a saying for you, Rob. Was it Rob Paul? Here's a saying for you.
Paul.
Sanke spots, showa blocks.
Yeah, that's a good one, yeah.
The difference is that the sumi development on a showa will be wrapped around the body, and it will come in big patches around the body, okay, including across the head. With a sanke, the sumi develops in a linear fashion, so it will sit, or should sit, majority of, if not all, right from the top over the top of the fish. But it will generally come up in spots, but it would also come quite heavy in blocks. the main thing is understanding sumi development, because if it wraps around the fish, it's a showa.
Yeah.
If it goes linear
below the lateral.
over the top and nothing underneath, sanke.
Trying to see if we can get you so I can. There we go. Now let's see a sanke then as well. There are some people that say a sanke and a showa, you can tell because a showa's black inside the mouth, which I'm not 100% sure about.
It can be, mate, because it's born as a black fry. It'll have a black mouth internally. Not always.
I find one with a good example of that. Yeah. Trying to find one with tajime that's like more. Right. So we've got there. We'll share this. Hopefully, I can make this as big as possible, and you can see that. As you see there, that's how Crafty's gone about with the blocks and the Motoguru, which is the black section from the sort of like knuckle area of the pectoral, and then you've got the sanke, which has these spots of sume and only the fine lines, which is called tajime, in the pectorals.
That's right. So I was about to look at one. Right. So look at this showa here. I'll go back one, Gaz.
Yeah.
Right. The koi fish South Africa. The one that looks, in the center of the screen down the bottom. No, down this way, that way. That one there. Right. Yeah. If you look at that, right, that's showa, but it's actually from a sanke spawn. All right. So it's not always that clean cut. Right? Yeah. So when you look at the fins, it depends. This is where you start to understand parent sets, right? So you can find a showa that's got what looks like tejime in the fin. It will tend to be quite heavy, and it will go all the way down the race. Yeah. Again, that showa though, that's through and through. That other fin's definitely.
Oh yeah, 100%, because you can see it's clustered, but it's just underneath the body, in it.
Yeah, but if you can get sanke from showa spawns and showa from sanke spawns, so you have to understand that the body's the main thing. The Motoguru and the tejime is something that can develop later on, or should develop later on. You could even have clean pecs as well. These are good, mate.
Yeah, I've got them, mate, but
I know I sent them to you.
I've got them all. Kindai, which again is like what you were just saying there, which is more by crossing the sanke, isn't it? Too.
Yeah, and that, what you've got to remember over the years. I mean, sanke was introduced in around 1912 into the koi world. So over the years, and it's the same with showa. Over the years, what they've done by crossbreeding, is they've started to reduce the belly, make them more modern. I'm very much a classic sort of koi guy when I like things. I like quite heavy sumi and beni on showa, where a lot of new hobbyists prefer the kindai, which is mainland shiroji, the white skin. So no, there's plenty out there for looking, but I promise, I'll say it again, I say it all the time, I get a lot of my knowledge off of the Japanese breeders' websites.
Yeah,
because that's where to look, because all Japanese breeders' websites will have translation to English, so you're able to surf their websites really well.
A lot of people saying that they prefer the old. I prefer the older sanke. Lee says there. Bill says I prefer the old style. I'm guessing that might mean the old style showa. Agoki Koi says, I love a kindai. Me too, mate.
I could be wrong. I love them all. When you get a good one, you really like them. But my preferences is a lot of sumi on the show. It's like it should kick ass in there, shouldn't it? Yeah, you're right, Paul. It was really good. Went too cheap.
That gives you a couple of examples, mate, of how to. But I mean, I'll be completely honest with you, mate. I've been looking at them now and doing this at work, and I'm photographing a lot of fish. And part of photographing them and videoing them and identifying them. Obviously, while you're doing that is part of the job. But I'll tell you what, sometimes me and Kev have gone. I've gone, show her that. Kev's gone, sanke. Right, show her, sanke. It's a shower. No, it's a sanke. I'm like, Ryan, what's that? Show her. And then it's been the other way around. Well, I've said, no, that's a sanke. It's got no sumi on its head. No. Like, hang about. But it's got neither Tajeme nor any Motoguru. Younger, smaller ones. And you're like, Ryan, what's this? Sanke. Me and Kev have done it quite a few times where we've sat there trying to think and or saying which is which. But sometimes
I've got a sanke in my pond now, Gaz, right? That would split opinion. But it's definitely sanke.
Yeah.
But because it's got sumi in the head, people would call it a showa just because it's got sumi in the head.
Yeah, but that's not the case, is it?
No.
That's how I went down the line. I went, no. This is definitely a showa. It's not. It's a sanke. Like, it's not. It's a showa. Yeah. And Ryan comes in and goes, it's a sanke. Like,
is a little tip for everyone. So if you want to understand development, have a look at the different types of sumi. Right, and I don't mean like subo sumi, and like the development. So linear versus wrapping, because that a lot of the time that is what defines.
No, that's the bits that I was missing.
Two varieties,
yeah, that's the bit that I was missing. And when you ask as to why, what makes it so, and then because it wraps all the way around the body, like right.
Because when people say, right, so here's another one. Kajaku versus Benny Ginga versus Ginga.
Right? Sometimes that can be hard though, mate, can't it? Because they are so similar.
It's not, right? Once you start to understand, right? It takes a while
Benny Ginga was developed from the Kajaku.
But then when you look, one's
the other way around. Sorry.
One's a white-based fish, and one's a black-based fish, Gus.
Yeah.
And that's what. But then, if you say white base on sanke and a black base on showa, when they're fully developed, you don't know the difference between the two. But the only way that you can tell is by the way the sumi develops. So, wrapped sumi will always be a black base, and linear sumi will always be a white base. And that's how you start to understand the varieties.
Oh, yeah. You see, that's the bit I like about it, mate, because I've still got shit tons to learn. Absolutely shit tons. Do you know, I sat today, I sat today and I looked at a fish, and it weren't until I actually put camera over it. First thing I looked at it, I thought, oh, Ginrin, platinum ogon. Bammed it in bowl. Waiting for it to just chill out a little bit, settle down, bit of spray on top of water, look through camera and thought, I ain't a platinum organ. When I started looking, I thought, that's a Ginrin Gin Matsuba. You could see the robing, but although it was there, but it was faint, it was there. When I zoomed in with the camera, I got more of a noticeable, and it was just something
it can catch you out, mate. It can catch you out.
It did for a minute. I had to make an adjustment to the paperwork and change it.
Books are great, man. Books are great.
I've had one or two. I think it's been said twice. Like, I've looked at a fish and gone, I've got no idea, man. I've no idea what that is. I like,
So have I, mate. So have I.
and he's
I don't
gone. Kevin, I don't know. I got it. Ryan, what's this? And he goes, Kawari Mono. Walks off.
Because that's what it is, right?
It did proper make me laugh though. Kawari Mono. How the heck do you spell that?
but you've got one on your website, guys. So I had a look on your website today. There's one on there, and I was like, "That's different." Kawari Mono, because it is a cross, but it's different, but it looks fucking good.
Yeah,
and that's why you pick it. You don't have to be a purist at heart the whole time, right?
Yeah, exactly, mate. Yeah.
Having the oddballs is really they're the ones that tend to get a lot more traction, to be perfectly honest.
I've actually got a Kawari Mono, which I picked from Dainichi while we were out there when I was with Ryan. Now, he won't admit it, but he really likes the fish, and I know he does. And we've got absolutely no idea what it is or what it's even going to be or what it's going to become. No idea at all. It looks like an Achiba, but it's not because it's got white base background on it.
Is it the Aragoki?
No, it's not Aragoki. I'll video it, mate, and I'll send it you, man, because I've got no idea what it is at all. But Ryan, it keeps changing so much that each time we look at it, every time we get it back out, and he goes, "It's still shit, guys. It's not shit. It's developing," and it's like don't know what it is.
I've got what were Chagoi. So I had metallic chag in the auction that didn't get round to being auctioned. Right, and bought as Chagois, and one of them lost all of its chag colour, bar a little bit in the tail tube. The rest of it went Soragoi, but then it had a Chiba start to appear in it. I'm like, it's just mental, like, and I was like, that is never going to sell. First one out the tank.
Yeah, we've got one.
Is it so odd?
That's coming up in Lee's auction. Now, I've been looking at it and thinking, well, that's quite nice. That's a nice Achiba. I've been looking at it thinking, it's a nice Achiba. It's lovely. Something different, that. Bit of a, random pattern to it, and it's nice. And then I looked at it again, like 2 weeks ago, and thought, that's gone so dark. It looks black now. It doesn't look brown. It doesn't look Achiba colour. And then we started me thinking that, have I just misidentified that? And as it happened, it's a Char Seragoi.
Oh, nice. Yeah, they're nice.
It looks absolutely mint, mate. I wish I'd got a picture on my phone so I could show you, because that's something different. It's a nice fish.
Oh, Mark, don't big it up. Well, while Gaz is looking, mate, these books, I think these two, Koi 1 and Koi 2, that's all you need to search, mate. You can get hold of them, but they're about 50 to 60 quid a book. But I promise you, they're quite old, all right? But Koi have progressed with body shape, but the rest of how they develop, etc., remains the same. All right, so you'll get a huge amount of knowledge out of them. They're worth looking at. I think one of the best. Yeah, definitely the best. I look at them all the time. I do. Sad. Yeah. Banging.
Something different, that, isn't it?
Yeah, I love Soragoi anyway.
I'm not to big this up too much, apparently.
I know, that's what I laughed at when I seen it. I love a Soragoi, man.
Yeah,
especially when you get good reticulation, they look fantastic.
But that one's a bit of something different. That
just got to check for just got to check closely for shimmies in Saragoi.
It's spotless, mate. There's not one on it all. But
it's
the pattern on the end that I think I like. I think it's quite nice. I think it's quite unique with it.
Sorry, guys, you're going to get in tomorrow, and there's going to be two shimmies down the side of it.
No,
just appeared. Yeah,
I won't see it
tomorrow. Pattern.
Apparently, Terrier's 1908 says Paul one for him back.
Yeah, I don't do like Portugal.
Now then, Top Chagger says, evening, boys and girls. Still chagging about. Had a decent season this season. Has everyone else? Yeah, I have, mate. I've lost one or two, but that's koi keeping, isn't it? You live and you learn and you better yourself.
I can't believe how quickly the season's gone.
That's yeah, mate. To be
That's
fair,
not answering the question, man.
have you had a good season?
He hates me, doesn't he? Look at him, like he's pissed. Like,
No.
Have you-
On my part, yeah, I've had a really good season. I'm where I wanted to be. I'll be going back to Japan next year. Fishing a polytunnel have done more than what I thought they were going to do.
That's good. That when you've come through your season and you're happy with what you've had and you're happy with what you've done, then that's a positive, isn't it? And you've ended up better than what you expected. That's a good positive season.
Yeah, and another positive, I know I've made some bloody good friends this year. Only lost one or two, but made a damn sight more. And I think that's what it's all about. Friendships and being honest with everybody and enjoying it. Because if we don't enjoy it, what's the point in doing it?
Agreed, mate. Agreed. 100%. Oh, did I miss any others? Is that the grown show with a difference fry? Don't know what that was. What that was. Bill says, I have a nice one I purchased from Ryan.
oh, you're quite well behind, aren't you?
Yeah, I just rolled back up to make sure I didn't miss any questions. That's all. Because that's one thing we have very little of, and we've been getting less and less of month in, month out. Topics of conversation, guys. If any of you want us to have a natter or a chat about, please feel free to actually post it on the link that I put on the YouTube channel or in the Facebook group. If you're not a member of the Facebook group, please feel free to join it. We've had quite an influx of new people that have joined over this last week or two. So thank you very much for everybody for joining us. Appreciate it. And I just spilled Coke all over my lap. I'm glad that were in a can and not in a glass, or that would have been a lot more. But yeah, appreciate everybody that has joined us and all the new people. And some people have joined to share fish this week on behalf of others because they don't have social media or Facebook. So I appreciate that as well for somebody else adding in and submitting their fish for us to have a look at too. Again, as I did say earlier at the beginning, what we're going to do for next week's is sort of like a koi appreciation of all types and varieties that you've picked up and purchased on your online company of choice, Perfect Aquatics. Howie Koi.
Well, not many off me.
Yeah, well,
I didn't do many this year.
That's what I mean. I'm not that. Well, this is what I mean from the purchases from either last year, so that we can get to see some of those fish again, or the purchase that you've made this year. If you've had a good, I'm wet through. If you've had a good bit of growth on that fish, and you still would like to share it, and you want to bring it out there, and it doesn't have to be just New Forest Koi, exclusively Koi, Perfect Aquatics, Howie Koi Dorset. It can be anybody that you've purchased one from, and you can give them a little bit of a bump and a promotion and say thanks very much for the fish that they provided with.
No paying your customers this time, please.
Yeah. None of that one this time, please. Bribes.
Yeah, none of that.
No cakes to get the best. The best dealer.
You're such a knob, Crafty.
Cheers, mate.
Is there still going to be? Why is it everybody's so fixated on this? Is there still going to be a 24-hour live, mate? If listen, Dave, if you think about this, I've been doing this shit every Thursday night for the last 3.5 years. You've had way more than fecking 24 hours out of me. But yes, at some point, I hope to get this sort of like nailed down and done. But it's very difficult. It's not just, I mean, I can sit here and do this for 24 hours. But we've got to make it so that it works around people that run koi farms, businesses, self-employed businesses, and fish farms. So, it's not as simple as 4 guys sitting in a room for 24 hours talking. a little bit more difficult. If it works for me, it might not work for them. If it works for them, it might not work for me. So I would like to do it, but guaranteed, this I will say 100%. The event will go ahead at some point, whether it be a 24-hour or whether it just be a charity event that we actually do. And all those funds that were paid in are still kept separate and ready for being added to the actual. Now, what did I say? Was it going to be Alzheimer's or? I'm putting
You've forgotten.
But yeah, it's the charity event of the one that my wife wanted to make a donation towards for the help and aid towards the help her grandmother got. So that's the kind of thing that we're going to do, either Alzheimer's or dementia. Because unfortunately, guys, it's on the increase. It's something that affects my family, something that affects my wife's family. It's something that affects a lot of people's families. So if we can do something to bring, sorry, Kasia, that wasn't set up all. If we can do something to help.
Somebody's just said it was Dementia UK.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you very much. Well, at least that
people don't forget, mate, do they?
No. Well, no. That was bad. That was worse than mine.
Sorry, mate. I'm a big Jimmy Carr fan.
But it is something I do want to get done. I do want to do it, but just how easy it will be to do a 24-hour live is another thing. So we will come to it, and we all need to sit down and have a natter and a talk about it, so that hopefully that we can get it nailed on and get it sorted out. But yeah, there was talks about doing something via all of us being at an area, being at a place, but that's a little bit more difficult when you're trying to do it so that suits everybody. Without somebody, the main thing is if any of us do travel to a point or a place to do it, then we can travel there to do it. But for me, it's going to be a long distance. Now, if I'm hosting it all for 24 hours, I'm then going to have to drive back after being away for 24 hours, which is not a very good idea. So I personally think it would have been a much better format if we all did it from us all environments and then build on it and do it in that sense. But we will see. So never say never, Dave. But hopefully sometime soon we should be getting something sorted out. I know Rick was keen on doing it because he wanted to do another charity event. And I think that would be a good way and a worthy charity to actually do it for.
I think what we need to do, mate, is do it just after the Tozai have passed their quarantine, because there's plenty to talk about.
Exactly. This was a thing, because then we can have more fish to talk about, more fish to actually perhaps maybe push out there, because there's more fish available as to what there is now at this time of year.
Well, you could kill the deadly hours by going live from Japan and tell Ryan he's got to walk around with the camera for 5 hours. Talk about teapots and.
No, you're not getting all that shit with me and not doing all that again, where you have to put slippers on and everything else, and you have to take your own chopsticks with you and all the rest of it, like you con me into thinking.
That was a classic.
That was cool, man.
Gaz and Crafty, and I will include Matt with this as well. Gaz, Crafty, and you miss Matt. And Matt, talk to me about sleeping disease. It wasn't about when I was previously keeping koi. Is the virus now in most Japanese fish, and what symptoms do you look for when bringing in a new fish?
It's not just Japanese fish. Rick will go through sleeping disease.
It's something that a lot of fish have already been exposed to in Japan, but not all. So when you bring some fish in, you might end up having fish going down with it, or you might have purchase a new fish that's naive and not actually being exposed to it, but your rest of your stock in your pond has. So when you bring a fish home, you might see a fish that starts acting strange, swimming around a little bit, then dropping on bottom and rolling on it to its side and rolling over a little bit. Then when you approach up to the side of the pond, the fish ups and swims away and then drops again and does the same. But then there's also different types of behavior as well, where they seem to lull around strangely in the water and roll over a little bit and head up and then head down, and they just act weird, don't they?
I mean, if we break sleeping sickness down, right? First and foremost, it's a herpes virus. Okay, or should I say, it's a virus. It is part of a herpes virus known as CSV. Okay, now some Japanese breeders will put their fish through sleeping disease treatment. In other words, they nail it before they ship their fish out. Some don't. All right, so we take it that they don't when you're importing in. All right, so first and foremost, any reputable dealer will put their fish through a good quarantine that will look to invoke KHB and CSV. Right, so CSV, the topic being the topic. Okay, it can come on its own between 15 to 18 degrees C, I believe, off the top of my head. And the problem that people get is if the dealer and the breeder have not done that part of the treatment, so to speak, all right, when you get it back home, that is when that fish has got most likely gonna, well, if you haven't got a heating system, the chances of you getting it back are very slim, because you've got 70-80% loss rate without the ability to heat your pond. Okay, not only that, but if a koi has been what's the word, introduced to sleeping sickness but has not been fully cured, it will always be a carrier. All right.
Yeah.
So if you've got fish that have been cured, like it's not a cure, it's basically you build the immunity so it can cope with it.
Yeah.
Right. So when you introduce that fish into your pond and your other fish haven't been exposed, then you are basically introducing sleeping sickness into your pond. All right. Which again, I'm going to come back to, any reputable dealer would have already done that due diligence, so you don't suffer it later on. Now, what we look for, like Gaz said, when we're bringing the fish in, lethargicness. If though they don't show anything,
kind of unresponsive kind of actions.
Yeah. So lethargicness. In other words, they'll hang in the water. They'll
and
roll.
It's weird, isn't it? They'll roll like they're just dropping through the water, don't they?
And then what they will then do is they'll kick into a survival instinct. If something touches them in the water, they'll wake up and shoot off.
Yeah.
Or if something approaches the water, they'll wake up and shoot off because they don't want to look like they're easy targets. So that survivability comes in. In order to cure it, you've got to bring your water up to between 22 and 25 degrees C. Salt the pond to 0.3 to help with stress. On top of that, really good or prolonged water or big water changes to keep the water quality as clean as you can. Because when these fish are going through sleeping sickness, the ammonia they kick out is absolutely unreal.
You can smell it, Crafty, can't you? You can.
It's horrible.
There's a funny smell to the water when you've got a pond of fish that are going through it.
You know, with the stocking levels that we do, you know.
Yeah.
Now, also on top of that, if though them fish are not showing any signs of sleeping sickness, what we do or what should be done is you introduce a fish of 2 or 3 years old that you know has been subject to sleeping sickness, and you put them into the pond, right? So you are then exposing them to sleeping sickness.
Yeah.
Two reasons. So number one, I bring the temperature down or up depending on the water temperature to around 18 degrees. I put in my stress fish, which is the big fish, because as soon as a big fish goes in with a load of tank of tozai, the stress happens. Water temperature change in indoor stress as well. So you stress your fish out to a point where their immunity drops, and then the virus then takes over. Now, you can catch it at the right time, and you can get fish through it really quickly, or you can catch it a little bit too late and then have a hell of a job getting them fish back to full health, because what will happen is the bodies will become really emaciated, like really pull in. So you'll have big, fat, swollen head, eyes will sink, bodies will pull in, and trying to get them fish back to a normal condition is really, really difficult. On top of that, the losses can be quite a pain in the ass. But as soon as they're up and they're feeding constantly, then they've built their immunity, and you will have no problems with it going forward. All about reputable dealers, you know.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing. That is where the risk comes in. You know, the other way of doing it is putting two lots of fish or 3 lots of fish from different farms into the same tank, and that will most definitely kick sleeping sickness in.
yeah. There you go.
And this is a point,
Difficult.
Dawn.
Now, how would you deal with it if you got it in your pond? Is it more
Without
slightly
heat.
difficult without heat? Is impossible.
It's not
It's not
impossible.
possible.
It depends when it comes in. So
Yeah.
if we have a temperature spike, right, and this, you tend to find it, like I said, between seasons, so 15 to 18 degrees in water, right? But if we have a temperature spike a couple of days after that, the water naturally warms up, right? That fish has got the chance of getting through it. Chances are, though, because the fluctuations are so bad in this country and you haven't got a stable environment, chances are it's very difficult to get a fish through it. Very difficult. And lots of Israeli koi suffer with sleeping sickness, and
Do you know what,
they don't
mate?
get quarantined through it.
I once bought 2 Ginrin showa, and I knew they were Israeli, and I brought them back. Now all my fish that I had, or others, were Japanese, and both those came down with it, and I lost both of them because obviously I didn't have the means to maintain that temperature and get it up. I couldn't really do anything more for them. But it's
salt. You put up to 0.6 salt, but again, you really need the heat to go with it. And salt's not the cure. What salt does, it relaxes the fish to be able to. It creates a reverse osmosis effect. So therefore, it allows the fish to fight the virus without it stressing so much. It's like having a shot of Calpol, so to speak.
now. Go on, Matt.
It always surprises me, though. My customers ask me what quarantine process I go through. You know, which everything you're saying, the crafting, you know, my place down here, what I go through, they all go into the polytunnel. They're all exactly what
They're all put through that, regardless.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a gamble, isn't it? Because you could get a bad case of it and lose a percentage of your stock.
Yeah.
But it's better for you to lose them than to sending them out the door and for customers to lose their whole stock.
Well, that's the risk, isn't it? You see, but last year, when I was unboxing the main shipment, one of my lads put 2 breeders together by mistake. He put a bag in the wrong pond. A few days later, they're all laying. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? But because it had taken effect so quickly overnight, right, getting them fish back took me around 14 weeks.
Scary.
14 weeks.
We did it with the polytunnel. We worked out the value of the fish in there, and the retail value. There was just over £100,000 worth of fish. and I'm putting a fish in there that is potentially going to wipe out every single fish in that pond.
Or
If
lose
I'm not,
70% of them, mate. So,
yeah,
your initial investment is already lost.
yeah,
You're
and you could be
scraping
working.
back, aren't you?
Yeah, you could be working for the whole season just to keep your head above water, but we have to do it, and I'm confident that anybody could take those fish have gone through so many changes in the sense of, from one pond to the other, and what I was saying earlier on, where the bigger fish have thrived and they've been moved out of that pond and put into another one with more. So those fish have been just totally and utterly mixed up all the way through this. And in fact, right at the beginning, I did what you were just talking about with your staff. I brought back, I think it was 7 different farms with 3 ponds. That is one huge, huge risk. Yes,
It's also a lot to look after as well, isn't it?
But we did it, and they have thrived and they've done bloody well in there.
And the main thing that you actually did, other than the temperature, was this one. So many people talk about. You hear it. Well, it was a topic that was posted both in your group, Crafty, and in my group last week. And I think it's a really interesting topic, this. And there's a lot of people that think salt. I don't keep cod. I don't keep sea fish. I don't do this. I don't do that. You should never do this. You should never do that. Right. For a start, even fresh water contains 0.05% salt per 500 mil. So it is there. It's in everyday water. It's in small amounts, but it is there. But there are only some treatments that can actually only be rectified with the aid of salt. That one being one of them. But there's so many people that think you shouldn't use salt, or should we use salt? I might salt through the winter. I might do this. I might do that. You might do the other. But there is no real need for it to be used willy-nilly or just to be added unnecessarily. But it does have its place and it does have its purposes, and it is a very good tonic.
Let's go through them. Reduces osmotic stress.
Yeah.
Okay, protects against nitrite poisoning. You get a high nitrite, salt your pond. It allows them. Yeah, there you go. Cheers, Al. It allows them, again, the effects of nitrite poisoning on a fish is hideous, and it reduces that effect, the poisoning. It can help with certain parasites. Again, low moderate salt levels, right? Chilo, Costia, it can help.
Fluke.
With fluke, not so much. You have to up the levels from a little bit.
Yeah, you can do a salt bath for fluke, but it's got to be that higher level that you run the risk of killing the fish as well. That's the only downside to it. But it's that stupid crazy levels.
It can improve mucus coating. In other words, the tetraflair on the
it helps them, doesn't it?
And it in low oxygen level ponds, it helps with gill function as well. Right. So
I have Crafty. I've got it in all my ponds apart from the main pond. Have you got it in your shop ponds?
yes.
But do you have it up to a certain percentage?
Yeah,
Yes.
0.3.
0.3, no more than that. You don't have to wean off of that so much. If I didn't have it in all my ponds, right? So I have done it on a season where I didn't use salt, and I've done it on a season where I did run salt. And the amount of issues that we have, because we've got such a high traffic of footfall, all with bloody kids touching water and clacking and going like that over the tops of the ponds because the fish dart off. Right? All them added stress elements. All right. Yeah, you start to get more and more issues to deal with. With salt, I reckon reduce 60 to 70% of the issues just through salting. However, there are downsides to salt as well. Like everything, there's always a positive, but there's a negative. All right. So plants, if you've got plants in your ponds, your plants don't like salt. All right.
Well, lilies and such were all right up to about 0.3, Anything more than that, and then you'll not do so well. But they're all right to about 0.3 ish. They just don't flower as much as what they would do, but majority of other
But
plants.
again, if people like their plants as well, you know, it can be a downside. Believe it or not, your filters can also be affected with the beneficial bacteria if you dose higher than 0.3, right? Because it will also have a negative effect on your beneficial bacteria. So if you are doing that, add more bacteria to keep everything on top of that. Overuse can make, well, two things on overuse. Number one, parasites can become immune to it as well, so you lose that ability as a shock treatment. Okay, and if you use it prolonged all the way through the year, right, the pigment in your koi can be destroyed over time. So when we talk about color dropping off or the colors not popping so much, if that person salts their pond all year round, when them fish start to get to 2, 3, 4 years old, that's when you start to see a sheen on the fish, or the color in the fish starts to deteriorate somewhat, even to a point where Benny drops off gas.
Yeah.
So, you know, you've got to really have a good understanding of why you're doing something. Check me, I'm a bit of a font of knowledge, aren't I?
I mean, I think the actual topic where I think it were on yours, mate, because I've just checked on mine now where it was, because it was Chris Brand that brought up the topic as to whether or not a question for debate with temperatures fluctuating on the way into autumn stroke winter and spring. Would you use salt? Pros and cons and thoughts. And we did have quite a little bit of a chat back and forth on mine, but also a chat back and forth on your group as well, on your Facebook group. And Shirley Gibson was saying that, you know, restriction on certain meds and you cannot use if salt is present. Now, I spoke with one or two people about this because I only really knew of one in particular treatment that is a definite no-no with salt in there, and
which is
formalin.
On its own.
Yeah, apparently it can have adverse effects to the same kind of treatments for stuff like PP. It weakens the actual, you know, but again, people frown about using PP. So I mean, but I just thought it was quite an interesting topic as to if you were trying to get through sleeping koi disease, there is no other way other than heat and salt to actually do it. So
no, half a dose of Alfrex in there as well.
Yeah.
Stop any secondaries, because your fish can definitely pick up secondaries and bacteria as well as a result of it.
Now, let's say, Sean, salt for dealers is essential. For the hobbyist, it should never be needed. Nitrate is an overfeeding issue, and sleeping sickness should be eradicated by a reputable dealer. I've got to disagree with that, mate.
See, I don't disagree with that.
What happens if you were to have a fish that took a knock? Now, a lot of people might take that out, but a salt bath would aid that knock.
Right. Never be needed. All right. That bit I disagree with, because a salt is a tonic and it can help through issues. It should not be a consistent. It should not be used, in my opinion,
consistently. Yeah, 100%.
Consistently.
Yeah.
Because if you do, example, you lose the ability to tonic your fish, right?
Yeah.
You know, or add that extra help if required, because it's in there the whole time. You lose that ability to do it.
Sean's comment is correct, but there's more to it.
There is. That's what I mean. You could. I'm not saying Sean's wrong at all, but there is a time and a place, and it does have its place. I mean,
so that can be really broken down, can't it, guys? That's what 4 points in there that are all discussion points. So nitrite is not just an overfeeding issue. If you've got a new pond, all right, you've got to overfeed, but sometimes it's the fact that your beneficial bacteria is not where it should be. You know, it all depends. There's a hell of a lot more to it.
If you ease off feeding, that only has a negative effect because then the bacteria can't develop itself because there's no food there. So I mean, sometimes you've got to do what you need to do. But it is a very interesting topic. How some people will quite plainly just turn around and say black and white. No, they're not salt fish.
But you know something, Gus? The UK is one of the only countries in the world, right, that see freshwater as freshwater without salt. And I know that sounds strange. I'm on about like salt into like 0.3. You go to America, Japan turn it into their ponds in shovel loads, right? You go to Asia, salt in the pond. Everywhere else is salted all the time.
You always need it all. It's all part of this is the bit where everybody says, I ain't got no ammonia, no ammonia, no nitrite, no nitrate. It's bullshit. It's impossible. You've got to have all the elements. It's got to be there. If you haven't got one of those elements, something's not working.
And you run risk of crashing your filter system.
Yeah. When growing fry, it's been essential using salt.
I don't know about growing fry. That's one thing I'd know next to nothing on.
Cashy agreed, but then backtracked and said, although I do have it,
And use it.
and do use it very occasionally.
Well, I mean, his comment's correct, but it's under what circumstance?
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
If it is a new pond, then yeah. And with a sleepy disease, then yeah, it should have been covered. But there's so many other benefits that salt can bring to the pond that's not mentioned in the statement.
So when people are selecting their fish out, right, here's a little tip for you. If a fish looks like it's got a swollen, what I call a swollen head, big head and an emaciated body, or the body looks too small for the head, the chances are it's gone through sleeping sickness and has managed to recover, but it's gone too far. So therefore, you will never get that fish back to what it should be. All right. So if you see that when you're looking at your fish when you're buying your fish, all right. Number one, you know that they've had sleeping sickness, but number two, you know they've had a bad dose of sleeping sickness. So be quite wary in your selection. All right. I've seen a video. Yeah, I've seen a video this week on YouTube of a new batch of fish that have definitely been through a right batch of sleeping sickness. Yeah.
And it can take them some time to pull that back too and all, doesn't it?
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
A long time to get them back to looking normal, but when they're that far gone, you've got things like gill issues that will shorten the life of the koi quite dramatically as well.
Yeah. Paul Windmill says, do you have to have a sloped base towards bottom drain in a block-based pond, or is a flat bottom okay? As I see a lot of people doing the slope bases. I think, Paul, when you put in a slope base and you get a slope base to a bottom of a pond, it's to aid the movement of fish waste towards a central area so that the drain can pull it away. Is there a need for it? No, mate, because if you've got big enough fish in there or enough fish in there and they decide to have a bit of a swim around, even if you had a slope base, they're going to swim past that waste and crap and they'll end up blowing it away from sloper and it'll still have to make its way there, or vice versa. They will drive it towards the drain by swimming and moving around.
If your filtration is done and worked out properly, and you've got the right draw on your bottom drains, then no, you don't need to have it sloped. An example, my pond here is 6 meters by 6 meters with only 2 bottom drains, and I do not have any debris sitting on the bottom of the pond at all.
I get one corner of debris in my own pond, just one corner, but a little swish of the net, off it goes. So
I mean,
what I like to use, Gaz, is when you look at a bath. All right, a bath has always got that natural
always sloping towards the drain, doesn't it? Yeah.
And it does help the water move towards that area. So there's no requirement. There's no requirement to have it. However, if you have, my pond's got a 5 mil drop from the end to the drain, just 5 mil. I mean, that's that much. It's hardly noticeable, but it does help the movement of the water.
Yes.
Right, that's all. But Matt is so right in what he says. There's no requirement for it. But if you can,
Gaz, hang on a
if you
minute.
can give it a little bit of help, go on,
Say
mate.
that again, Crafty.
Say what again.
Right at the beginning of that statement.
Well, then you're not wrong.
Matt is right.
Oh, well,
I knew what you were going to do with that one straight away.
Bonds for a living, you know.
One
But you
thing
are
I would
right,
like,
there's
one thing I
there's
would
no
like to say, you
requirement.
know, if you have a sloped bottom pond, you cannot have a box liner in it.
Well, you can, but you just be prepared for baggy bits, right?
Yeah, yeah.
See, mine's got a slight slope to it. We did grade it all that direction to the centre.
Was it naturally done, or is it just because you?
No. We graded it that way, and then we sanded it as well, so that we got that run that way underneath the liner, so that I do have an area for it to pull towards the centre. But if one of the bigger fish has a great big shit at top end at pond, that'll take a little bit of time for it to get down drain. But I've got quite a lot of fish in my pond, and I have very little waste on bottom of it, so it works as it is, and it's not an issue. And that's only a very slight slope.
Aragoki coin. I've just seen your message on there. Can we get a video on it? Yeah, if I remember, mate, I'll try and do one. The thing is, as dealers, mate, we tend not to put things. 8:45 it was. Second one in on 8:45 on my screen. Have you got it?
No.
Top chugger, I swear by salt. Yeah,
45, that one.
that's the one.
Sleeping disease.
Go on, mate.
Oh, yeah. Sleeping disease, inactive, unresponsive, asleep, lay on the side, sunken eyes, reddish skin. I think this gets mistaken with bacterial infections, and there's not much on the web. Can we get a video out on it?
So, yeah, if I remember, I'm going to have to debate it in my own head whether it's good to do, because as dealers, you get slandered by people being unsure on why sleeping sickness is a thing, right? So as soon as you put videos out like that, mate, customers, not people within the trade, because they understand what's happening, but customers that don't, they see it and they sort of like stay away from you like the opposite ends of a magnet, just because they think that you've got problems with your fish. You have got problems with your fish, but you're inducing a problem. That's the difference, and they don't get it sometimes. But it could also be the fact that if sleeping sickness isn't hit quickly, secondary infection is definitely something that could happen. And that's when you start getting sores and stuff, because a fish's immune system is absolutely wrecked when that hits, because it's aggressive and it's nasty. And it can.
I think so, and the bits and bats and stuff like that, what we've been talking about, there's a lot of stuff for me to learn, and there's a lot of stuff I've still got to learn. And I'm really not I know it sounds wrong. I'm not looking forward to seeing all that kind of stuff. But it was evident, and when I was shown and when I was told this is this, it was so easy for me to see it and identify it next time, so that we could act on it and do what needed to be done when we brought stock in the last time. So I mean, it's interesting, but there's a lot of stuff within. There you go. Here we go.
Yeah.
I thought his pocket dialed me. What are you looking for?
Throw your hat in, mate, or what?
Good evening, mate.
I got all excited then because I thought it was Rick joining us.
Live from the riverbank.
All right, man. Don't get all hairy. Fucking hell.
It's midnight north, lad.
Mate, that is the best picture in life. I'm telling you.
What do you reckon to that? We've just had a question there. Would you, as my boss, if I said, could we do a video to show sleeping cause disease and what needs to be done? Would you consider doing that, or would you think that's a bit of a not to put you on spot, but I just did. Not meaning you have to do the video, but would you feel comfortable doing that kind of thing, or would you rather that kind of thing stayed within house as is?
I think, being honest, I don't think a lot of people should be exposed to it. I think, obviously, with dealers, you try and prevent it as much as you
possibly can. And that's a fair valid point.
It. Yeah, honestly, to anyone that's watching now, it's fucking brutal. Honestly, not nice.
Savage.
I always know straight away the smell's the first thing you ever smell of sleeping disease is the smell.
That's what I was saying to you. I was just saying the reason why I now know why what it smells like is because Ryan went, here, come here, smell that. Smell over that pond and smell. He did, genuinely did. And I was like,
and then went, yeah, smell that.
And it was a case then that I knew the next time we had any stock coming, that was something, and Andy were like, sweet, nice one, right, let's act on that, let's get it sorted out. But I wouldn't have known Andy had not done that. It wouldn't have been something that I'd have been, you know. But what's your opinions on using a salt, Ryan?
Use it. It's by far one of the best products and underrated products probably out there. And if you're ever going to become a koi dealer, you fuck without it. I can tell you that for an absolute fact. Simple fact at matter. 2 treatments I would heavily recommend, probably 2 actually. As a dealer, you would not get by without is salt, potassium, and probably alpha. Yeah.
They're the 3 I use, mate, as well.
You won't get by without it.
I asked the question a couple of weeks ago, Ryan. Why do you think Alpha X isn't a spoken about treatment? You know, you always see the formalin, malachite, blah blah blah, but nobody ever talks about Alpha X.
I think people are too scared of it, Matt. There's been odd few rumours that people are like, "Oh, it's fucking killed me fish" and stuff like that. Biggest thing they get wrong: dosage rate. That so many people have ever got straight away. They've read packet wrong. They've not split it into 2 doses. They've done 1 dose, whacked it all in, fucking boom. And obviously, other ones, KH levels. They've chucked it in without KH being a 4, and they've experienced the same problem. It's too many people are too scared. It's like the old potassium thing. I've had that, you know, this year. The amount of people you can sit there and say, "Yeah, treat it at this rate," and then they're like, "Oh no, I don't use that," and they won't. They're shit scared of using it. And actually, there's no reason to be. I've actually had a case this week. Through one of my dealers, phoned about an hobbyist. They'd used a ridiculous rate 3 times on bounce, and believe it or not, the death rate was actually really low, like 2 fish in a whole pond. And it just shows you that was literally PP in, so 3 times the dose, PP in, water's gone brown, another dose of PP, that's strong, boom, followed by another dose of when it's gone that brown, boom, and only lost 2 fish. Yeah, but just shows you though.
It does, mate.
Yeah, I talk. It's scary shit, but
I know for a fact that that's a hell of a kicking in a pond.
Yeah,
and it, 3 doses on the trot, hell of a kicking. But his water look fucking mint afterwards, though.
Yeah, like glass.
Oh yeah, fish will make them
I'm just gonna address this, and I'm gonna nip it in bud. Gaz, how is Daz getting on, mate? Not seen anything from a long time, and you won't do. Not related with me or alongside me from now on for the very foreseeable future. The reason being,
that's it. That I do.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, you're right, mate. That is it. I don't need to say anymore. We don't need to go into as to why. That'll do. Anyway, where were we?
So,
PP. And also, 2 big treatments you see used commonly in Japan, especially after harvest, is salt and potassium together as well, by the way. which a lot of people don't recommend doing, but you can use salt and potassium at the same time.
I remember walking into NND last year, right? When we walked into NND, you had all them blue bowls. Sat there with a fag on. Fucking fish, like, it's like, these all right? Oh, Makoto, yeah. Right, let's go and deal with your fucking
how
shearer.
we use it over here is nothing in comparison to what. I mean, you only have to listen to some of, and I'm not saying this in any insultive way, in any way, shape, or form. You only have to listen to some of the older generation of what they use and how they used it to how we use it right now. Then there is
I'm a big one though, at minute though. Like people that come to me, I mixed a bit of aquaflavin up today with a bit of this and a bit of that. You know, when they've got all old bottles of stuff, fucking lob it all. I don't believe in it anymore. Honestly, a lot of it's like piss water anyway. But you know, pre-mixed bottles of stuff. Honestly, fucking
it's watered down crap.
The amount of problems. Oh, put aquaflavin in pond when fish have not been right. And but they look worse now. Yeah, it's burnt them to smithereens. Like you physically can't. That sort of remedy and cocktail shit just needs to stop in my eyes.
What you mean? A little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Yeah, a bit of formalin, bit of malachite glue, bit of the, fuck that. No, just buy.
It's dangerous and all, though, isn't it?
Well, like I tell anybody though, if you stick to Colombo, you can go to the shelf, buy the correct chemicals in 3 or 4 bottles to cover every single base, and the chemical is shit up.
Four bottles, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like perfect. It's everyone's dream, and it's not overly expensive as a product, and it absolutely fucking like.
It's the brand to go to, isn't it? Colombo brand.
Yeah. Jesus, I mean, even again, when fish come in, what do we use? Fish Protect, PSP, Alparex. Just going on. Perfect. Yeah. Packing waters, salt, Fish Protect. It's the same things all the time.
That was one of the other things I was going to say about salt. It's like there's a lot of people when we're coming towards the end of it now, but a lot of people will use salt to aid less or make it less stressful for a fish when they're packing them and shipping them for moving them. Just that little bit of salt in the packing water to stop the fish stressing as much, help aid its travel whilst it's going. Job of good.
A little bit of fish safe as well.
Yeah, fish safe as well.
Like, just a cupful in a bag, mate. You know, when they're being shipped out, that all helps.
Yeah. Same for sleeping sickness, isn't it? You know, like the only way to cure sleeping sickness is salt, high salt content. You can't cure it any other way. Literally.
And it's like Alan says, it's been around since 1970. I mean, that's older than me and Crafty. And definitely you, but not Matt.
I had the first time I ever see it was in my own personal pond. You know, I bought a fish in. It was like 4 days later, laying on its side. I mean, luckily it was the only one.
That's how I now know what I had, mate. I didn't know what was wrong with those 2 fish. I had absolutely no idea. But now, since being working in it, now I know that's what it was. It was sleeping coil disease that they had. Because it got all the symptoms exactly the same as everything I've seen. Andrew Murrell says, come on, guys, hit the thumbs up button. It's free. Thank you very much, mate. I shall whack it myself. There we go. That's just took us up over there. Actually, there is a new thing. There is a new thing, guys. I'm going to talk about this because I feel it's fair to share for everybody. Not just, I'm not one of those selfish people that puts content out there. I'm somebody that's willing and prepared to help all channels.
Mate, fuck right off.
Right. Get out of it.
There is now a new feature on YouTube, and it is called the hype button. So along at the bottom where you'll see the share and the save and the thumbs up and all the rest of it, there's also a button called the hype button. Click that hype button if you've enjoyed the video or you're enjoying the smaller channel, and it'll only appear on smaller channels. And that channel will have the hype button will push that content further out to a bigger audience. Again,
You ain't got
pushing
one.
out that channel out. Yeah, and there's a new one now that's called the hype button, and there Simon Shear says, "I don't that hype button for JKW."
Who's JKW?
No idea.
James the Koi Whisperer.
But
You
what,
don't need
you
any
see,
hype.
right? If you're a big channel, let's say you got 500,000 subscribers or more, right? And you hit the hype button, they'll only get 1 point. But if you're a small channel with less than 10,000 subscribers, and you hit that hype button will give them 65 points. So for every 65 points, they push that out then to another person. So when you find these little hype buttons at the bottom along where it says subscribe, remix, thumbs up, share, save, hype, whack that little hype for the smaller channels and help push their content out. It's YouTube's new way of trying to get more content out there and sharing it and making the smaller channels get an equal chance of being up there and growing. So there you
Right,
go.
so go onto my page, because Gaz don't mind me saying this. Go onto my page, find all my videos and hit the hype button on every single one of them. So go through every single video.
Hit all mine as well. Hit all Matt. Hit all Ryan. Hit everybody's that you know. At the end of the day, it's time that the smaller channels got their chance and their say and their little place and get a little bit more growth for them. That's the end of the day. Everybody that does YouTube and everybody that goes out doing it does it all off their own back, off their own funding. And truly, to be completely honest, you make very little back from what you invest into it. So it's worthwhile doing it just to support the creator.
God, you take a paycheck every week, every month because of
I
it.
do, mate. Yeah.
Like, I know how much you earn, mate. Not any percentage comes this way, you know. Fucking terrible.
The only thing is, it's only on long form videos. I.e., you don't find it on a live, you don't find it on a short, you only find it on long form videos. So there you go.
It's got to be new videos then, Gaz, because there aren't any on yours, mate. I'm just looking now.
It's definitely that. It's being rolled out at present.
Yeah, I got an email on it as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I read it? No. It's just fucking another
Hence
one.
the reason why you know. Anyway, all right. Is anybody else? Oh, hang about. Craig Stubbs. Do you think if you buy a fish, you're within your rights to say to the dealer, I want that fish, but can you scrape it in front of me? I mean, if you want your fish scraping and knocking a few scales out, mate.
It's a tough one, that, innit? Because I get where people are coming from. But if for any reason you, as an experienced hobbyist, thought those fish were sick in the first place, you wouldn't be buying fish out of them full stop. That's my theory on it. And you think that the dealer would have the discretion to say, look, these fish aren't right, they're covered over, they're off sale for that reason. That's what it is. You know, you're protecting the customer already. I think, yeah, asking them to scrape it in front of you. Let's face it, you can't scrape every single part of fish. You know what I mean? You can't scrape.
Can you imagine if you had to do that on every fish you purchase? Like, mate,
Yeah,
you can spend 10 minutes on a microscope, can't you? Looking.
I'd be
You know
kind of
what I
at
mean?
the point where I'd be like, look, I don't mind doing it for you if that's what you really, really wanted. But let's face it, with anything, even putting a clean fish into a clean fish environment, still after a period of time, can cause stress to an environment and end up with a parasitic problem regardless. I've always gone on the basis of, if you trust in that dealer and you trust the process, to me, you should buy the fish, you should introduce it properly, or again, have a separate QT tank where the fish is treated, and then also do your own due diligence. And then I think, to me, that's kind of where I'm at. And again, do it in a process like we do from Japan. You know, I can't ask breeders, oh, by the way, can you make sure that all them fish turn up mint? Mate, they guarantee every time. Everyone's been through it. And I can tell you now, Matt's been through it, Crafty's been through it, we've been through it, guys. Fish turn up and they're fucking riddled in stuff half the time.
Yeah.
Absolutely peppered in stuff.
Fucked.
I'm playing multiple, like, I had one case this year, I had Fluke, Trick and Costia all on the same slide. Off the fish 3 days in country, and you're like, okay, I've got, but this is the big problem for us, is you see that type of behaviour on fish that have just travelled, where ammonia is starting to die in a tank, Yeah, and like straight away to most people now, they're thinking straight away, let's go down PP route, yeah, because we're going to obliterate probably half of them all in one go, right?
And they've already had an hard time with
But
ammonia.
you can't physically put PP in pond because you've got high ammonia. Fish are already stressed. They're not quite right. They're still fucking getting their head straight. So when I'm putting PP, you're just causing a whole world of different pain. But a lot of people would just think naturally, if they're inexperienced, would think, yeah, chuck it in, like get on with it. Then they're sat there going, oh, fuck, like because they can't physically, they're not probably strong enough to take it, or there's a load of different environments where you start looking at it going, shit, like this is, you've got to be very careful on your treatment plan as a dealer. You're thinking, yeah, I've got 210, maybe 280 fish in front of me in one pond. How do I deal with them? It's safest possible way. It's a major problem because stocking levels are high, and naturally, a load of ammonia is leached out of them from travelling. It's not easy. But I think for me as a hobbyist, I would kind of be looking at the thinking to know what you're doing anyway, that you'd be like, well, I'm not going to ask because, again, if you can clearly evidently see if there's a sick fish in a pond, to me, I wouldn't buy out of there. Or again, if there was sick.
The other thing, Ryan, is sometimes, right, I like to use this at work, all right, with anybody that I've ever managed is always start with I, right, because you can use it at absolutely any level, right? So what people need to do is look at what they can do differently in order to prevent. Simple as that. So when you're putting, I see people buy in fish every single week, and every single week they're putting a new fish in their pond. All right, that pond never has a chance to settle, never has a chance to really, your stress levels go up when a new fish goes in because that fish is not used to being in that environment. And koi fish know other koi fish, right? It changes the whole dynamics of a pond.
You can see that as soon as you lay it back on surface, can't you? Because they all come to check that fish out, don't they?
Absolutely, and even when it starts to come to feeding regimes, by introducing a fish, sometimes your fish won't even feed, right? So you're changing everything. So what you really need to do is understand that introducing fish, like Ryan's just said, immune levels come down, parasites attack, right? So dealers get a shitty end of the stick because they get the blame for absolutely everything when fish go into ponds, right? And this is what I was saying to somebody at the North of England Koi Show. It's like, right, should I PP dip that? Now, people have different opinions on that. Me personally, no, don't PP dip a fish before you put it in a pond, because not only is that fish stressed out of its arsehole, as soon as you get it home, you put it into a PP dip, right? You've stressed it out even fucking more. And then you're putting it into a pond full of new fish in a complete new water environment. It's going to be even more fucking stress. So actually, in my opinion, you're raising the issue,
Koi shows, regardless of how well you keep your fish, and I'm not saying it's excusable because, again, it's not, but fish have been through an awful lot going to a koi show, as in they've been starved for a period of time, they're packed, sent to the koi show on the Friday, the water changed on Friday night, or
Saturday morning.
Then they're in Saturday night, Sunday morning. There's a lot of mixing. There's a lot of nets going in, a lot of people around them, a lot of stress environments involved in it all. So
nowhere to hide.
You just think, shit, like, to expect a parasitic problem from a koi show is more, yeah. And again, what can you do at a koi show? You can't walk up and, just get microscope out and give us a scrape on that. But you can't do it. When we have it in Japan, I don't see them ever. Not when an harvest comes in, literally, they don't. I've never seen a breeder actually scrape a fish. Never.
No.
I see if we go a mucus scrape and look at it normally. I still never forget, and I tell the tale every time. Years ago, when I was a kid, I was out there in Japan with my dad, and I watched at Marido. They actually medicated a pond full of 90 plus cm fish. Right, these fish were coming in like absolutely, at age at time that I was in awe of this harvest. And I never forget it. Like they marched about 15 or 20 bags of salt in all outside at pond. Walked down with one knife, cut up bags, tipped up salt into pond. So one wall was absolutely smothered in salt, at least a quarter of a ton of salt or more. And he literally just stood over this airstone with a full packet and a bottle, and just went glugged a load of, I don't know what it was. Could have been acroflavin for all we give a shit. Pours it in, but bearing in mind they're like GC level fish, right? Pours all that in, then just stood there with this packet of PP over a massive airstone, kept shaking it, and just went, Oh, it's nearly black now. Just put the thing up, packed and walked off. Didn't even stand there. Just walked off. Gone. And I was literally thinking, fucking hell, I'm scooping these fish out dead in a minute, like he's having a laugh. You know what I mean? And then literally goes back next day, pond were gin clear, absolutely mint, and all fish were just swimming around normal as out. I just thought, just whatever.
That's a very good statement there, Alan Tate's put in. How many hobbyists scrape their koi before visiting a dealer and be truthful with their dealer about background parasites in their pond? Answer, none. Do you know what, mate? I can tell you now, honestly, hand on heart, I have never ever scraped my pond before I've decided
I'll
to
tell
go
you now, I've seen it a lot this year.
bring them back.
Going back to this, two coaches at National of Hobbyists taking fish to koi shows, full well knowing they've got major issues in their pond. Major issues.
Yeah.
That's fucking dangerous. And that's, again, just complete and utter neglect to koi keeping, full stop that, in my eyes. Just that I actually said to people around show, I don't care who it is and what they are and who they are, disgraceful behaviour like that is not right. Shouldn't be moving fish around under them conditions. It's just as simple as it is. You know what I mean? Especially if you're taking fish to a show, you know they've got to be in A1, immaculate condition, your pond water's right, the fish are right, everything's huge checklist of things. You don't start bagging fish up knowing you've got problems, thinking, oh, well, I've still got to go and keep face. Like, cancel, don't go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends where they are in the koi scene, though, doesn't it? So some people won't realise that both you, probably all of us, actually can look in a pond and see if there's an issue without scraping. It's like we know. I can generally say that's Costia, that's probably got trichodina, that's definitely fluke, because behaviours, right? But some hobbyists may not realise that they've even got a fucking parasite, and they go to koi shows without knowing conditioning and the risk element, etc., etc. But again, people should still do their due diligence, and I totally agree. You know what fish are good fish ready for showing, and you know what fish have got parasite as well. It's very easy to tell when you know what you're looking for, or worse than parasite. Sorry, just saying.
Just saying. Right, did I miss any other questions there? What else have we got? Hang on, what's this? Cub Shed Thursdays with the GKP. And if you haven't seen my video I posted on Gaz's page, you will see it's close to pond. When did I get this? Nerdy.
When did he? Yeah, is that?
So
you're
you're now in your pub shed watching GKP. Good man. Mint if you are.
That's what we're saying. He's built something to be in doghouse. When Mrs. kicks him out, he's got to go in at doghouse.
Yeah.
Drown his sorrows.
Yeah, right. It is.
No, Craig, you didn't cause offence, mate. It's. I've asked, not trying to cause any offence, but battling Costia since the end of June, mate. They shouldn't be battling Costia since end of June. Costia is easy to get rid of.
There's a problem in your pond, not with the fish.
June tried PP, Alprex, Bath, now on FMG.
So stop trying to. You really need to investigate the pond rather than thinking that the fish are just not responding to the treatment, because all of that should have smashed Costia to fucking bits. All of it.
Costia is a relatively easy one to get rid of. Although it's a nasty one to have, it's an easy treatment. So there's some untoward. In fact, Craig, I would say as much as if you needed any advice, there's 3 very good people you could ring and ask for advice.
That's Gaz, Ryan, or me.
Look at the perfect there.
I'll get you back in a minute, Crafty.
That's right, mate. I'm waiting.
I've already lined it up.
I can imagine.
Oh, there we go. This is a good one. Right. I'm curious on your guys' opinions on using sodium bisulfate as a dechlorinator. It's a damn sight cheaper than Big Blues, etc. It is a lot cheaper. A hell of a lot cheaper. You can mix it up and make yourself tons of it if you're mixing it in the crystal form, or you can just wang it straight in crystal form. Big Blues, I ain't got one. Got a real small blue and up to pressed. It has. I will say this much: it does seem to have made a difference. I don't get any flashing now with the fish, but I also add a little bit of dechlorinator as well as I always have done beforehand. But when I'm doing water changes, I don't know if I said this last week. At weekend, I did a little. I went out in garden with my grandson and we were doing filter cleans. And my pond were at 12.5 degrees. I was like, fucking hell, it's dropped cold as this water. Obviously, dropping out my barrels and flushing them out to clean filter system, and then topped it back through the dechlorinator. And it went from 12.5 to 14.5. I actually put the pond up 2 degrees by retopping the pond back up after my filter clean. That's how cold the water has got up our way. But the groundwater, i.e., from the source water, was 2 degrees warmer than my pond. Mental. What do you think to it of the use of sodium bisulfate as a dechlorinator?
No need.
No need.
No, honestly, no. Just, I've always been a massive believer, literally, and I've never used out else, guys. You've seen it. I don't even know when we fucking last changed cartridges at work. Let's be right about it. But honestly, dechlorinator and literally have fish protect. That's the only things we use.
That's it. Yeah.
Anything else.
How
We
you
don't have
keeping
any
it, though?
issues doing.
If it's loose in a bag, it degrades. So if you're not in an airtight, dark container, then over time it's going to do fuck all. So you're wasting your money. But yeah, there's no requirement for it.
Question from Paul Windmill. Underwater lights in a pond, yes or no?
No. Why? It looks lovely, but when your fish start swimming through that light, it makes your pond dark and you can't see your fish. If you're going to light your pond, light it from above like it normally would be, and you'll see your fish all day long.
And it's one less thing for them to flash off, in another opinion of it. And it's one less electrical product inside your water, because believe you me, they do. What can go wrong?
And not only that, but the lenses get really, really caked up with algae as well. And it's a
pain in
track
the
to
ass
clean.
when you have to wade in there to clean them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's another thing to clean. It's not worth having, Paul.
Anyway, the good news is my name's Ryan and I'm a koi addict, and I bought my first fish of the autumn harvest today. Everyone will be glad to know. Finally. Very happy.
But you have got the biggest nostrils.
Mate, I don't care. It's brilliant. Loads of air gets my fucking brain. It's brilliant. It's mint.
Listen, give me that fucking koi dosage. That's what I was saying earlier. This is our sort of buy-in session, what we get excited about. And, like all the hobbyists all year long.
Mate, the fact I haven't bought a fish for about 4 months is just like too much.
Like that.
Help me. Gaz had a little. I showed Gaz it early. It's a bit of all right, Gaz, isn't it?
Send
There
the
was a
fucker
lot
over
of
then.
nice
Don't be
fish you
shy.
showed me today,
No,
mate. There were some bangers in there. There were some beautiful fish.
Why are you sending
in case
it
you
to
want-
send it to me, you tight wad?
I'll send it to you, but I'm not sharing it with anybody because it's.
I won't share it with no one. Just get your phones ready, lads. I'll do a broadcast message. I'll look at
No.
it. Is it a pet for you, Ryan, or is it for a customer? Oh, mate, you've flashed it now, haven't you?
Short body.
Oh, mate, no one wants that. Look at it. It's fucking got red blotches all over it.
Perfect dial on it, Gaz, hasn't it?
It has got a perfect bell on it. Showed me another
Fucking
one,
dial on
Captain. I swear to God, it's like little clouds all the way up it, man.
Even
It's
proofs there,
mint.
look. We bought at 5 minutes past 6.
What, this evening or this morning?
No, this morning.
Yeah, that was first thing he showed. Our first thing, in fact, no, he come in. Morning, guys, you all right? Here, have a look at this. Straight out, 6:05 this morning, I bought it.
You'll have that a lot now, Gaz. I know Ryan well enough to know that every day
He
he'll
was showing
fucking
me
be
some-
showing you fish.
He was showing, honestly, today, he was showing me some fish. What were they, 7 cm? 7 or something cm? Tiny little fish.
14.
14 cm, but I swear to God, mate, they were stacked already. They look proper powerhouse bodies on them. Right, massive heads, lot, big shot, proper definition to them.
When will the Azakari start coming out, Ryan?
Well, yours, Matt, I don't know. I mean, they've been kept in Shinano River for the last sort of like 6 months. So
That's a fucking Aaron would have had them, boy. You've
that's
seen
that.
them big greys, haven't you?
To be fair, mate, when you go and take a rod over in February and sit at fucking side of the river like a little gnome freezing your bollocks off and get them out.
Let's sit there like a little gnome. We all sit together and look like pair them, won't we?
I don't know, mate. Probably mid to end of October, I think. If that helps.
Mid to end of October. So, are you harvesting them? Are you going there for the harvest of them?
I'll be honest, I don't go to actually many harvests. I normally wait back at facility when they come back. I don't like. Well, I've done that many past it. Just don't. It.
Thing is, Ryan can't go.
He was saying this
far
earlier,
enough.
wasn't he?
Ryan can't go in far enough,
There
man.
we
He's
go.
only fucking 3 foot.
He was saying this earlier.
Right,
I was saying,
son,
like,
don't worry about me. I'm there, fucking casting myself in.
In one of the paddling pools like that.
he was saying the novelty wears off. Does the novelty wear off, Ryan?
A little bit, yeah. I think the difference is for anybody. I did it in a time of year that's completely. I grew up around it, so for me, it's always. When I was younger, it was dead exciting. Whereas I think when you're getting into hobby as an adult, it's a different time of process and stuff. And obviously, because you don't do it day to day, but I don't know. It's always still got the same bottles if you go and attend one. I think for me, I just think it's got the way the autumn harvest changed now. It's not a relaxing, nice atmosphere like it used to be. It's very fast paced. It's like slapdash into one, into next. Every day's 100 mile an hour. So it kind
More
of
commercial now with it as opposed to.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If you've got fish out there, as Azakari went from February, and you actually attend that harvest of fish, I think that's pretty special. I mean, don't get me wrong, it could fucking turn out an absolute disaster if fish turns out like an absolute pike bait. But, if it turns out mint and you actually get to physically lift that fish out at mud and, see it in your hands, that's a feeling, honestly, you can't buy. But, yeah. I don't know. I like doing them, but a lot of breeders now have got a lot finicky, like Yoshino, Yamaguchi. They physically don't let you even attend outside of mud pond anymore. Like you can't even go because they're so strict now. They handle their fish the way they want to do it. Obviously, there's a certain few breeders out there that obviously are quite commercialized and like people to just jump in, chucking the fish around and whatever, which is fine. But I think obviously a lot of people are out there to protect their own stock at the end of the day as well. So it's. Yeah, I don't know. I always try and get one with NND early days at harvest. I like to go with NND to do a couple of harvests, which is always nice. But yeah, I don't.
You need to get up there with Yami this year.
There's a lot of places to be honest with you. A fucking lot.
Look at him, he's buzzing, isn't he? He's super excited.
Have you got your folder ready?
You know what? I've got to start printing that off. I think I need half a tree and about 13 fucking cartons of ink to fucking print it.
And a separate case.
He's been putting them all into files and into folders, man. He's going to need a lot of paper, that is for sure. You need to get some ink cartridges.
Well, just get yourself a tablet, mate. You don't have to print shit then.
I wish, honestly, I could share that. I need to get that access to that one day, guys, so you can show everybody how fucking my mind works and what fish I've got in Japan's mint. It's like a little crack then, isn't it? It's great.
See, Lee's saying he's dreading 2 Azakari fish don't come out. How many you got right?
148.
That's not right. That ain't right.
It's a lot.
You know
like
what
it.
though? I had conversation with everybody, Gaz and you, with everybody this year. I'm not buying no more Azakari fish.
Whatever.
Yeah, but you
I was
fucking
like,
said that last year.
Oh,
You
do you
already
know what?
bought one.
That January, February trip, I was fucking ruthless for like 3 days. I didn't buy a thing. And then it all went downhill from there. Like the whole fucking rest of the trip was just Azakari. A bit more. They just line it up though, don't they? They just know it's like they put it out there for you. They go Colombian. Just have a little go on that.
I do. It's like, oh,
They got
this is
you.
the Azakari selection. Fuck, I need one of them. Oh, I need one of them. Why did I buy that? I didn't even need it.
Who was I with? Was it with you, Matt, or you, Kraft, when I bought the Mamatero fish? The Olicans.
Yeah, Matt.
Oh, that was crap.
Olicam was in hospital when I was there, mate.
I was,
Mate.
yeah.
He just comes in, he's like, come here. Locks all doors. He's like, I've got you now, so you're not going anywhere. And then he's like, oh, what about these then? Do you fancy a bit? And I'm like, straight away I was like, really didn't need these. Really needs to be in this position right now at all. Oh, yeah, bad though, isn't it? Like, I'm not being funny. We've all been there. We've all done it. Like, not to buy anything as a car in a Japan trip's nigh on impossible. Absolutely. If you're a hobbyist or you're a dealer or what, it's hard to say no. Because it is just there, isn't it? Like, it's the opportunity.
Yeah, and knowing it's their best fish as well, mate. That you're getting
And
your
the
hands
worst
on.
is, Gaz was there when they did it at Yamaguchi and I took customers. The minute
man,
you
there was
get
some
that level of
mint
fish in front of you, and then one says, "Oh, I'm in," then the other one's like, "Oh, I'm in." So like,
FOMO.
then I'll have a bit of that.
That was
And
the point where I walked downstairs before I committed to something I didn't want to be ever doing. I'm like, right, I'm going outside for a quick vape. See you in a bit. Come back in and go, oh my God, look at state of all them. Look at them, the mint.
Well, that's the nice bit, though. You know, I think for me, if you are a person that starts going to Japan and you keep attending the fact of you're in and out of Japan or you go on a spring trip followed up by an autumn trip, it's something you've got to do, 100%. Like, I think buying an Azakari fish and having it out there is one thing, but actually going there to see it, if it actually came out of the mud pond and you actually had harvested that fish, oh God, like, yeah, that's unbelievable.
Very well, thanks, mate. Hope you're good, bud.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
there
exciting.
we go. Cassie, Flip, Gaz and Ryan, will you be at the All England? No, I won't, unfortunately.
Unfortunately for me, it's my last weekend in England, so I'll be taking some much needed rest, packing my suitcases before I go on a very long trip. So no, I won't be there, unfortunately.
Not on this occasion, not this year. You know what I'll be doing? I shall be fitting the bathroom suite and then pitching.
And to be fair, bad news is I'm turning 32, chaps, and all next week. Fucking bad times.
Are you? Old as fuck, man. I'm only 26.
Hey, mate, don't worry, I'm catching you up for fucking grades, mate, outside of here, mate. It's rough.
It's down here you want to get it, man. That's when you know you're a silverback. All your pubes fall out.
Oh, no, mate, about that age. I've seen Lee when he does Howler Monkey. It's fucking brilliant.
Man. It was a video that he took in your fucking fish house, mate, when he put his phone under a bag.
Oh man, that was not a good video to see.
He was on like a fucking button mushroom, man.
The best one was the fact that we actually left that area and then went to McDonald's.
He's a
No,
creature,
full
mate.
well that poor electrician and to go in that plumber and to go in there afterwards.
He's a creature, man, isn't
He is, man. He's a savage. It's funny as shit though.
I've got a treat lined up for him when we're in Japan and all. I can't wait. He's getting it served up cold.
Good.
Oh God!
Make sure it's on video.
He's shocking though. He's bad at it. He likes to set all these challenges. And when you did the last one in Japan, he was the one running to the toilet yakking.
Mate, that one when he did it in my room, he turned up with his tray of these. I don't know, horrific. Honestly, can you imagine waking up at 4 a.m. and the sheer smell of that, mate, was fucking horrendous.
Fish,
Even
damn, it got
the
fish
smell-
eyeballs and all sorts in that bag.
I don't know what they were like. I don't even know what they was. They looked like mussels, but when you could hear it when he bit into it, it was like pure cartilage. And then the smell like burst out of it, and I was just like, "It's 4 a.m. Like the only thing I need to be smelling right now is coffee, not fucking minging fish." It was horrendous. Then he left them in the bin, which was the worst bit. While he was being sick in toilet and make this stink. It's terrible. But yeah, I still the best one was when we did that one in snow. And literally, I said to him, I said, if you'll keep that down, you can have an Azakari Tozai. As he was trying to talk to me, it was coming back out of his mouth and he was sick all of my trainers. So yeah, that was good fun actually.
Right.
Cloudy Art says a proper round, all uphill then, Crafter.
Yeah. And there's my response, 2 down.
I had 4, mate. 2 morning, 2 evening, and a massive Sunday morning when I used to use a shopping trolley to cart them about.
And it was uphill as well. Barton
Oh,
Green
yeah.
Road it was.
Cloudy Art is a site manager that I used to work for. He used to be a site manager at Redrow. I hope
He's a
you're well,
good-looking
mate.
lad, isn't he?
Hope you're doing good.
Good-looking fella.
Check out his channel, Cloudy Art, on Instagram.
Is it Cloudy Art
Yeah, he does resin artwork.
of clouds?
All sorts of random stuff, mate.
Cloudy Art, mate. It's clues in the title.
Still there, unfortunately. I'm not, mate. Not anymore. I don't do that crap anymore.
We
Don't do
stress about
dodgy-
fish now instead.
Oh. This Mark, you're going to be really upset. I apologise, Mark. I'm sorry, but this is round 2 of fish, man. This.
Oh yeah, I know what you're going to share now as well. It's fucking awesome,
Come
isn't it?
to Papa.
This is right. There are so many people that you had your opportunity, you had your chance. I shared it with you. I photoed it, balled it up, and I said, "This is just going to keep on getting better." You had your chance. Here we are. Look at this beauty now, man.
Oh, yeah, it's banging, isn't it? I said that to you this morning, now, didn't I?
Go on, Gaz. Fucking have that,
Absolutely
Gaz.
beautiful is that. And you all had your chance, and unfortunately now, if you want it, you're going to have to dig deep because this one's going to be a belter.
Fucking unreal, isn't it?
Look at that for a fish. We have, honestly, Ryan, haven't we? We've watched that progress and develop and get better and better month in, month out.
It's the fucking nuts, honestly. When you see it
You
side,
really want to see its side profile, and that has got to go. Although I don't particularly like window
Hey,
ponds, that's got to go.
glad you said that, funnily enough.
Have you got a side? Have you got the side shot of it as well?
I'll send you pictures both sides actually, because fucking Kev's a professional. It's honestly the most. If you've got a window in your pond, fuck me, this is the fish for you, innit, Gaz? It's honestly, I think it's one of the most stunning looking things I've seen all year.
Stunning. There's some fish appreciation.
How bad do you work this thing?
Hey, ups. Tease
Come
you.
to Papa. Thank you, my darling.
You got Mackie Doodles, craft or what? So
Not just,
No,
in, not
mate.
just in a cheap.
No, shepherd's pie.
in Aragoke.
you going for you going for mint condition looks or what?
Fucking right I am, son. Large burger. Get it in you.
There you go. Look at that.
Side profile.
Stop doing now.
I think
I
that
know
side,
I have, yeah.
I think that side looks better.
Yeah. It's all this individually highlighted, picked out like somebody literally just drawn around it all.
Mate,
There's a bit of
mate.
cloudy art for you. Absolutely mint.
Yeah, it's banging in it.
Yeah, it is.
Nice pattern.
Breeder again, Ryan? What was it?
Near Torah.
Miatara.
Lucky bastard getting that scoop.
Look at that for a statement. Got to admit, I know fuck all, but that looks awesome.
Get a pond, get your son in it.
Please.
Looks like
Yeah.
one of Rick's from New Forest Guy. He wishes.
It's just a D. I've never seen one all year that's. I mean, yeah, I don't think you'll find one close to replicating that anytime soon. I don't think.
There were a couple of years ago. There were one that used to. There were a big Deutsche Chiba that used to do the rounds on show scene, and it was absolutely stunning, beautiful fish. Now, although the pattern that had was bigger patterns, that was one that was quite definitely highlighted around it all the way around, and it looked absolutely mint. This when this fish is big, it will look absolutely amazing. I'd love to see that.
That's the funny thing as well, isn't it? Like when you look at the actual physical size of it, the thing's an absolute tool, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a good size fish too.
Got a nice body shape as well.
But look at
Of
the
course,
head.
I've been on my
Clean as a
diet
whistle.
in condition.
That pattern is crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mental.
In fact, I know of a guy that likes fish like that. Matt, you should be bidding on this. This would go, that would make a nice breeding pet. 50 quid.
Can't have 50 quid, it's already been bid.
50 quid. You might get
Are you only bidding for pictures at that?
This will be Terry. This will be on a live auction. This will be on the auction with Mr. Hadfield this end of this month, which will be
28th.
28. Is it? Oh crap!
He was separated from his brother Trevor.
Yeah, Sunday the 28th of September. So if anybody's interested and would like to make a bid on that fish, you might have to put a little bit more than that on it. But £50 increments is always welcome.
On his brother's life. And Peter
Shouldn't
spent
look.
those years trying to find him.
To be fair, we've got a pretty awesome lineup actually, haven't we? Because I think that was first scoop grow on fish that we it was.
How we
No,
going
How
to
big is it? How is it? How big is it, Rob?
It's
37? Is it?
Yeah.
37, something like that, I think.
something like
37.
Yeah.
Oh, 300 quid.
that. Are you two having a laugh between pair and you?
Oh, 400 quid.
You have some.
Told you somebody liked them. I knew Matt likes these. Oh my God, 650.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, Brian, if you went, yep, sold. See, crafty fucking shit his pants.
I fucking wouldn't. It's not my money. I'll say RP.
No, it's
Let
not
them
going up for sale
keep
tonight, mate.
real-
It's part of Lee's auction, so it will go to the auction on.
Let them have a sneak peek, guys, of everything. A tiny little glimmer.
I've got them on my phone, haven't I?
I've just sent you a video.
Oh yeah, the whole ball. Oh, is that what you were doing? Is that what you were doing when you? I didn't realise you were recording when you went up from back at ball.
The reveal.
Mate, he fucking skinned me alive, honestly. When I was walking at these getting photographed the other day, I thought, what the fuck? I fucking shed a few tears, actually.
There's some bangers in there, man.
Where's that shower from, right? At the bottom.
Kazzy.
This bottom one here.
Nice that.
I think one of my favourite fish is a small Ginrin sanke in that scan that's just on another fucking...
Oh, there, the little Ginrin
Yeah.
one. Yeah, that's nice. That's the one that Lee said. I wouldn't mind that for the so-and-so show for these small little entry.
Yeah, great.
And then you
British.
went, "No,
Check
no,
that
thanks."
fucking pond.
The other Achiba's nice though as well. This Achiba's nice.
Oh, yeah, there's another Deutsche Chiba as well, boys. Yeah, you'll quite like them ones.
And there's the one that I was showing you earlier on that Mark said, don't big it up too much, Gaz. Stop it, Gaz. Stop bigging it up, Gaz. The Char Soragoi.
You weren't here when the question was asked. Well, what do you reckon is going to be the fish of 2026 variety?
Yeah, there's a question.
Ooh.
Variety.
That's an hard one, Ryan, isn't it?
I reckon Aragoke from a little bit of inside information that I seen today.
No, see, I'm other way. Ginrin Sanke, I think, will be one for me this year.
Ginrin Sanke.
Ginrin Kwaku has become quite popular just recent, and I've started seeing the people that have been doing it. I know, obviously, Odakan mentioned it when he was here, that he were doing it big this year. Taniguchi's done it this year. Yoshino's done it this year. There's quite a few started to creep in doing it, so I'd probably... it's hard though, isn't it? Because it's early doors at the minute, and you don't know what they've been fucking around with half the time. Aragoki obviously getting popular more each year, but it's nothing. It's nothing
It's
new.
not new, is it?
It's not a hype, is it?
Matsuei's done Ginrin Sanke as well.
What about the Pearl Ginrin was quite popular last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that's limited to like literally one place. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ginrin Sanke. I think.
Can you bring some Yamabukis on this time?
No.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, I can. Matt and Rick bought them all last time.
I hope this letter finds you and passes.
I like the Gochiba.
What?
Gochiba. The Goshki and the Chiba.
Oh yeah, that was a nice fish, that mate. I like it.
Oh yeah. No, I'm gonna stick with. I'm sticking with Ginrin Sanke. What did you guys pick?
I said Aragokis because I think they're just going to become more and more popular, especially when you see that there's new people starting to produce them as well. So
I thought Ginrin Go Sanke would have been this year's fish to go for because they was getting really popular after Pineapple Queen come out and
I
whatnot.
saw it last year only because I saw some Nisai at ours collection. There were some Ginrin Sankes, and a customer actually bought one. And I thought back then that because Ginrin Kawaku would become pretty strong, and they've kind of refined to the point. You know, they've refined the quality to almost like like Mariyama can grow Ginrin Kawaku now as big as he can his normal Kawaku. A few places have tried it, and I think obviously it's a lot easier in terms of success. Ginrin Sanke and Ginrin Showa are a different fucking level to get the success rate through of good quality ones. So yeah, I think seeing what I've seen so far, I'm going to go with Ginrin Sanke.
Fine. Does it not make a difference then if you're saying you've got various different breeders that are doing them? Doesn't that make them more readily available so they don't become the yellow monkey or yellow dragon? You know what I mean?
Probably not. I think the problem is with Ginrin Sanke, like with Nisai. At ours collection last year, that you was talking there was one from Sakai Company and one from Matsue, and people were saying like this is again like monopoly of Nisai from previous spawnings. It was like 1 in a million. Do you know what I mean? To get actually any good ones, I don't know. It depends. I mean, Yoshino did Ginrin Sanke last year. Listen, when they turned to an absolute pile of shit, they all got cold. A lot of them, they all literally went down. Mine side, they were terrible. From what I got told, the expectations were great when they first got spawned, and as they started growing them, they were like anything deformities, bodies were fucked. They all just ended up getting the whole lot just went down fucking about mountainside. They were no good. So obviously, but again, you'll probably see them, but the amount of good ones that you'll see will be like anything really small in the amount of success so far. So, yeah, well, that's the next one up and coming. Ginrin Showa, I mean, perfecting that still even now for farms, it's an art doing Ginrin Showa. I mean, that's a different level altogether.
Doing showers an art though, isn't it? The shower on their own is fucking any shower. Hard.
I remember Odakan took one of my customers' male Deutsch showers in, and he said, "I'm going to do Deutsch shower." And I remember him after the first round, he said, "Fuck that." he pied it all off him, and that is just. I remember, yeah, but someone like of his skill level as well to go, nah, like whatever. You know, bearing in mind he didn't skimp on parent fish either. That's when he said, you know, when you get like your top elite boys like Hiroi, Shinoda, Miyatora, he's like, yeah, whatever. Just, you know, you're not beating that process. I think that's quite, you know, it tells you how challenging actually things are. So you need to kind of appreciate them varieties a little bit more, because they're not easy to just easily. And again, like with Mariero, you know, the amount of varieties he physically breeds and the quality and the quantity. So again, something like that. I mean, let's face it, Mariero breeds everything. Like, you know, an awful lot of stuff.
Is it true that the Aragoki used to be a cullfish in Japan?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
on that, mate, they're trying to create a complete scaleless fish in the Deutz, aren't they? So they'll come through that. So, you know, many years trying to breeding sets to get a smooth fish. And then some clever sparks said, I like these ones.
Something like me. Let them in them. Right then. Koi appreciation, ladies and gents. We're going to go into having a look. Oh.
Will you get any Quebeco, Ryan?
Well,
Is that Lee Oliver put that in comments by any chance? Trying educating that poor boy.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck getting that.
Saying that though, to be fair to him, I got him an Akabeko last autumn, and the thing was on another fucking level. Like, and it is on another level. The thing's absolutely like, it was blood red. Sumi was fucking perfect, and all its fin, it was mint. But yeah, he's trying to go full set in here, which is, oh, go on, son, straight down the old t-shirt.
Fucking full on badge, man.
Mate, how the fuck did you
a
miss
banjo
your
sandwich?
Ding, 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 ding.
What's this one then, Ryan?
That's the show that Crafty likes.
Yeah, that's
Terrible.
a banger.
That's
That's
fucking
a
terrible.
banger, isn't it? Right up my alley, that. Traditional style shower right there.
Mate, the Sumi, the Benny, and everything, the placement of it's fucking outrageous. Like, especially around Ed, you couldn't get Sumi, you couldn't put draw Sumi on better if you tried.
That's good,
Nice.
isn't
You can have that, Crafter.
it? He's a good lad, isn't he? All right.
Comes with a price tag.
I'll give you money for delivery, mate. Don't worry. I don't want it all for free.
I tell you what, just before you start Koi appreciation, let's just do one more, because this thing, I couldn't get Sumi up enough on it, and I know how fucking good this is going to look with Sumi on.
Which one is this?
This is fucking, honestly, this thing's on speed.
That's quality, Simon Shear says. Paul Cunningham says noise. Oh, this is nice. This will be really nice when it fills in.
That's Sumi a come, mate. That's Sumi a come.
No, it'll come. I just couldn't get it up quick enough. It was just, before photographing it, it was slowly coming. But it's, the thing's fucking awesome.
That Benny's good as well, isn't it?
Perfect Benny position in that, isn't it?
28th, 6:30 p.m. Don't be late. Anybody.
Terry says, yes, please. It's nice, that.
Yeah, Larry.
Thank you, Dan. Yeah, thanks.
Right then, let's get into it. Get this done, and then we're wrapping up for the evening. But again, I will say, so that everybody knows, next week's Koi appreciation is going to be any purchases you've made from your online dealers, i.e. exclusively Koi Perfect Aquatics, Matt, Howie Koi Dorsey, or Rick, New Forest Koi, or anybody else that you would like to enter other fish from as well, so we can see some of your fish, how they've progressed from last season into this, or any that you've got at the beginning of this season that have done well throughout this particular good summer as growth that we've had.
Hang about. I thought you said you're not having a McDonald's.
Mate,
No, it's cottage pie, mate. It's
the best shit in the woods.
It's
What? He's not
it's
having a
it's
McDonald's. Fuck
It's a
off.
filter on the camera. I'm telling you.
Is that what it is?
It's a filter on the camera, like, yeah.
That's
It
got
just makes
shares
it
in
look
that
like a
first, you,
McDonald's.
haven't you got shares in McDonald's.
It's just a Thursday. That's all I have. McDonald's on a Thursday. That's it.
My ass. Now I know that shit.
And a Saturday.
And a Thursday.
Sometimes a Sunday.
And a Sunday. On a way back
Maybe
on
a
a Friday.
Monday. Maybe.
Friday night when you pick your daughter up.
It's like a Craig David
yeah,
song.
I'm
It's short days at week out, some little Mackie Noodles.
Any day that ends in a Y, yeah.
Cottage pie.
Yeah.
Right, let's bring this up then. Right, we're going to go into the all comments. There we go.
It's all gone, Nick, so fuck off. Come on, away.
All cash-ins is going to be the first one.
What varieties we on?
Showa.
I must have missed the memo.
Fucking memos. Who works on memos?
That's
Me.
his first one with a still of it, and I believe we have a video of it too. We do, yes.
God, don't mind. You can do all your prognosis of the fish.
All of it. This is
Yeah,
this is one from
each
you,
fish
but
coming up
this is one
tonight,
from
you're going to
you,
have to
mate.
buy in doing the prognosis.
I like to see them all first. That's how I work. I don't select fish one by one.
And the hand of God there in the hand. 42 cm, 43.
Get some water in your bowl, man.
I knew that was coming.
Fucking poor
Right,
fish
fine,
has
that's next
only just fucking covered its nostrils.
That's number one from Paul Cash. Reese Ibbotson. We've got a single photo. I hope we might have a video too. Is there a water shortage? Must be. This one is for Alan Elliott, posted by Mandy on his behalf.
Cool.
At the end, it was the question.
Mr. Tate should be enjoying this, watching on his black and white TV. He knows what this variety is.
You're only good at drinking Yamabukis, though. Isn't that, no one know? You'll be fucking spewing about that now. He's his Rivers originals halfway across fucking room, ain't he?
He's just chucked his remote control for his Betamax at telly.
I was actually got one of those telly video combos. He fucking has in his koi room.
I believe you as well. And this is fish number one. Hang about, what was that?
Yeah,
one?
we've seen that one.
That was fish number one and fish number one again. Fish number two.
Kobayashi.
Cashy says it's 55 now. Video was 12 months ago. Loads of water in there, Crafty.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that one. That one's fair enough, isn't it?
No, he was meaning there was loads of water in his bowl.
Still not enough in this one, though. Look.
Nice fish.
Yeah.
Which is what our sister need to do. That's the moment.
Still love it.
Well, it would certainly help, but I had to have such as although the show was supposed to be a love story, they're miles apart here.
Matthew Howe, 76 cm.
Fucking skip past that
For
one.
Masako. And he's done it in the right format, everybody. Please pay attention. This took a long time to
Yeah,
get this.
you could have put some water in, but the whole thing's 70 odd centimetres.
No, fucking look. And half fuck, look. Can't hold it set up.
That's about 14 inches deep of water as well.
Is it? Fuck.
Yeah, BA.
That's fucking six cm. That.
Tell you're on drugs.
Are you sure that's not a Matsukawa back?
Come on, guys. Shredding him.
What's the parent set on that?
God knows.
Oh, and he actually got a finished photo shot at the end, even. No,
That was fucking fluke and all.
Nice, that one. Right, this is Dave Thompson's.
It destroys confidence from within.
Well, that's got potential, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that. That's nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
A cower as well. I find their sumi such a slow burner.
And it's fucking volatile in England, that stuff. It's really. The problem is you'll find with that when the sumi comes, it'll be the absolute bollocks. You can see in sumi in it already how good it'll be when it does come. It's going to be real.
Patience. Who's is that? Mike Thompson.
David Thompson.
Dave Thompson.
Michael Thompson's.
New Forest Koi.
That's one
Well
thing.
done.
Rick is bang the shows. He does some really good ones.
He does do good Shiro, good Aragoki. Not Aragoki, Asagi. Yeah, that's a good fish as well.
That's a nice fish.
Well, it's an hard one tonight.
Again.
Who's breeder on that?
I think this is going to be, again, same from Rick, New Forest guys.
Ginrin.
When you see the parent set, you can understand why, because it's just phenomenal fish.
Yeah, different. I'm not a massive Ginrin Shiro fan. I've never found any breeder in Japan that gets really good strong body on Ginrin Shiro. They're a real fucking hard one.
Good job he didn't have a skirt on, innit?
I'm just thinking that. Good job they weren't short shorts. Matt Awikai.
The fucking best one he's got.
Well, I only put it on after your Maotan submissions last week. I thought I would get away with it.
Nothing wrong with it, mate. Nothing wrong with it.
Okay, hell.
Rick Howarth. Akawa 43. That's not nice sumi on that.
Come close. Come.
Whose is this fish?
Akawa and Rick Howarth, I believe. I think that's what it said. Akawa, yeah, 43. Rikawa second one. Omasako 53.
Good sumi on that.
Good sumi on that, yeah, it is. Oh, sure. So should have put that Deutsch one in and that one in. That Deutsch one in a pet pond. Hey, we'll have a category for you before long, Ryan. Special fish.
Now, I can't. Is that a compliment or a dig?
I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to dig it out. They got upset with me over there for digging it out.
Really?
I took it as a compliment.
Both
Go
the fish
back up
on the
one,
other.
Gaz, please.
Which one?
The one before. Did I miss one when I was on the phone?
Oh, sorry.
Is that? No, I've seen that one.
That was the one before.
What's breeder of that one?
That one is a Kawa, and the other one was Omasako.
Okay.
And that one That's the same
We've
one,
seen-
isn't it, Matt? We've seen
Yeah,
that.
it is. Yeah.
You posted it twice to try confuse us and a cow. What was this one? Who was
Carl
cow
Thomas.
38 cm? Carl Thomas?
The government says the £150 million
Okay.
I get him ping, ping, ping. I'll have to put them down before they show up. Rob Howarth, a cow 43. Daniel Adams, Kobayashi, 5-year-old, 5 years, 81 cm female. Kobayashi's.
That's the one that's fed on sake, isn't it?
Solid.
Fed on Saki, did you say? Solid,
Sorry,
yeah.
Daniel.
Kobayashi Nisai, 58 cm. And that one was 5-year-old, 81. It would appear somebody likes to buy one-sided patterned fish.
That's nice, that.
It is.
The big questions are,
It'd be nice if there were something a little bit there on that right shoulder going up now, though, just to break up that.
Yeah, for balance.
Yeah, just for balance a bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Got a nice structure though, isn't it?
Got a really good fit. I like that.
Yeah.
Clean head and all, isn't it? The road is good.
Zoom is good as well. What's up?
It's not finished, though, is it? It's still got some more to do there, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's got a sashi line still, isn't it?
Did the last one? A little bit still. At 5-year-old, that's still got some more to do.
It might not keep coming though, Gus. So that might stay like with that sashi line. That's fine. Oh, come on, turn. Is this Dan's as well?
Yeah, again.
Well, it's got some Shiro.
Yeah. Nice.
We've got another one below this.
He must have
Yeah,
he must have bought a box of Kobayashi and couldn't sell them.
That's nice.
Now you're talking. Fucking hell.
That's-
There you go.
That's mint. That's my favourite so far.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's lovely. Oh, Rob's. Oh, this is his batch, isn't it?
Rob picked a whole fucking box of these wares in Japan. There's a fucking weapon in here. There it is, look. Creeping there.
Look at that. Shit, Rob, they've put some size on, man. They're
They're called Kobayashi as well, actually.
They were tiddlers, them.
Fuck, that thing.
Has he called out of that lot, Roy, as well, or
Is it
is
what?
that just some of them? Has he got rid of a load as well?
No, that's just some of them from what he sent me the other day. But that one
I
in
think he
there.
had 50 odd pieces, didn't he? 50 pieces he bought, didn't he?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, 48, wasn't it?
Something ridiculous, yeah. There's a fair amount of them. That one, it's this one here that's there in the middle of the ball now. That
Dead
one.
mid.
Yeah, one with the X on it, so that's all it will be.
What's interesting is what shows you in that bowl there. If you'd have seen him when he bought him, everything had sumi pattern, the whole shebang. So when he's grown them, how much sumi progression and recession you've had in the whole batch of fish, it's been quite interesting. But yeah, there's some. I can imagine there's some absolute banging fish in there. He's coming into his own now, Kobayashi, lad. He's doing us proud at the minute.
Kobayashi Tosai. Right, we got one more that was sent by Sue Marks on behalf.
Yes.
Came from Exclusively Kite. Oh, I've got a little weapon.
Yeah. That's got good potential as well, isn't it?
It's a big one. Joel has already mentioned he needs to look budget.
Oh, God, nice of it. Nice.
One of the things that's this big investment for America will go in time. It's going to be politics. That's out. That's
Mine's mine. Have you got any more to go through, guys?
No. Oh, my God. Flipping heck.
Is that on a calendar?
No. Should be.
Issues. What most people can't. It's all.
Wow, that's a good one and all.
All right, go on then. I'll tell you what. Play a game between four of us, well, apart from me. Between you three.
Apart from me. There's four except me.
There's one from NND, one from Omasako, and there's one from Kobayashi. Tell me which ones they are.
Right, go on then. I'll go first. That's from NND. That one's Kobayashi. And that one's the other.
Omasaka.
Omasako, was it?
That's NND.
That's NND. Oh, but you think that's NND?
No. Oh,
Oh,
NND.
that's NND.
no. That's Kobayashi.
You
That's-
fucking honestly.
That's NND. That's NND. And the next one's Omasaka.
Matt?
NND, Kobayashi, Omisako. In that order. NND, Kobayashi, Omisako.
Go on then,
Are you
Ryan. Which
sure?
one's which?
Are you
Right, we've had
are
our
you all
guesses. Come on.
sure?
No.
That's Kobayashi.
Shit.
That's NND.
Shit again.
And that's Omasako.
I got one right. 1 out of 3.
I got a full house.
Well, I thought I had 2 right, but that can't be possible, can it?
Nope.
Right then. Out of the ones that we got entered, who we
I'm
gonna
going
say?
with that there. Daniel Adams' second Shiro for
Yeah.
me.
That
Okay,
one.
so that's the winner on the size. However, I really like Rick Hayworth's skin rin fish as well. That's a fucking little banger. But size.
That one.
Keep going. No, keep going up.
That one.
Yeah, that one there. Yeah, the one below the
This one.
cows. Yeah, that's the best one. That one.
I'm going to say for me, I rate liked. I like that one, me. That was lovely.
Apparently, they're all sisters as well, Daniels.
Yeah, that's what he put in it.
Yeah.
Nice as that. Saying that, the one that though, saying that one that Rob's got in that bowl there at the end. That's
That's
a nice fish.
Not ready yet. Oh, Lee's put one in.
I feel just
Late entry, disqualified.
rejected.
Right.
NND.
Get it out.
That's nice. That's my pick. That one there. What are you saying, Matt? That's nice.
Daniel Adams, number 3.
Number 3. That one, same as.
Uh-huh.
Ryan, which one did you go with?
Daniel Adams' second one.
That one.
No. Not that one.
That one.
No. Oh, that one.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, that one.
Let's take me mind.
Yeah, that one for me.
Yeah, nice body on it, wasn't it?
It's probably out of all of them, probably not the strongest of bodies. It's got a very typical Shiro body on it, but the whole complexion of the fish and the technical qualities are, for me, the best.
What's Alan think?
Mr. Tate, he's probably dropped off. Somebody give him a nudge.
Or sleep.
Yeah.
Be dribbling on himself. Little bit of Wervis.
On the Wervers.
Dan's. There you go.
Daniel. Which one, Alan? That one? 1, 2, 3, or 4? That
Trying to work out how to flick to his keyboard on his fucking phone, isn't he?
That one.
Alan, don't panic. It's not a
It
Yamabuki.
won't be number 3. It won't be number 1.
Oh, he's agreed with. He's agreed with.
Yeah,
Ryan.
there you go. Yeah.
It's all right. I taught Alan everything he knows.
Well, there you go, ladies and gents. That's
He'll be stewing right now, and all of them fucker.
Some very nice fish, though, sitting in there. Some very nice fish. Next
Alan,
week,
it's all right. Between me and Alan, I still like me. It's fine.
Right then, ladies and gents, thank you very much for joining us this evening. And I'm going to wrap this one up this week and call it a do. As I said last week, we're going to do a koi appreciation of anything that you've purchased from any of your favourite dealers from Tosai through this year or from last year through to this year that you've picked up in any of your online auctions in any way, shape or form. Well, we get to appreciate lots of different varieties of fish and we get to see some of the stuff, hopefully, that we've seen go through from sales that we've all been involved in and seen the progression on them fish as well. Usual thing, guys, if you've been enjoying this kind of content, do us a huge favour, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. And until next time, guys, keep smiling and we'll catch you on the next one.
Next one.
The next
See you on the next one.
See you on the next one. Good night, all. Catch you all later.
Hey, guys.
This has been one hell of an experience. Have a look at that. New change in the garden. I made a little seated area. Into the little bush. So you can sit inside. The other pond.